Yes, my good people, good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much, and thank you for finding the time to join the Blue Morning Show this morning. But today is very unique, as again, just one bit of one news or topic, and then we're going to build in the lineup straight away. More importantly, I hope you're sleeping blue, you're eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and overall living the blue life. Let's get into the show. Thank you so much again for finding the time to join this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whatever it is or whatever you are. Yes, once again, my good people, I hope you're eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and overall living the blue life. Let's get into the show straight away because I have a few people already in the chat. A 254 in the building. My Ugandan brother, correct me if I'm wrong. If I got your country right, I think I am. Over out, new contract for Silva, and Felix wants to stay. That's awesome. He wants to stay, and then he again once more shows us some why we shouldn't just again suck up everything we see in the media there. First it was there was no buy option, and then boom he came out there was a buy option until again until the man himself was spoke and said that there's no buy option, that we'd have to find an agreement with Atletico Madrid if we want to keep him. But the good thing is that we can still keep him if we want to, and we have an advantage. We have an edge over other clubs that may be interested in signing Joao Felix because he's developing bond with other players and he's getting used to London, and like he said, he's liking it. He likes the club. Talks how big the club is and all that. Blue morning, Kachila panel and chat. Blue morning to you too, Liam Lynn. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Let's build up the likes as quickly as possible. We have 34 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible. It will be a short one today because we started very late. It's not. Sometimes I wake up. It depends on what I do the previous day. Sometimes I wake up very tired, thinking we'll be able to start early, and find out it's not easy. But that's, by the way, keep liking the stream, guys. Please like and subscribe to help the channel grow and reach a wider audience because it is a collective, always a collective effort here. It is inclusive. It's about those in the chat, those on the panel. So we'll learn from each other. None of us are experts if we're being factual here, but we love the game. We know the game to a considerable measure that we can share knowledge here. So thank you again. Keep liking the stream and also do share with anybody you know that be interested with the particular topic here. Chelsea for Live says Ralph Onoche One day. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. Please do subscribe and tell others about your brother's channel. Another weekend, another game. This one will be tough. I has never, even though we've beaten West Ham again on the last two occasions that we met them, it wasn't easy. You could say on those two occasions, you could argue that we were lucky actually. But hopefully we'll get a win this time. 254 Kenya. Apologies, brother. Again, but big up to you, my Kenyan brother. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Big up, man. Big up to you too, Dave 031. Nice to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Hope Chelsea get the same result as the women got against West Ham United. I was gonna say, I was gonna say good luck, but I really do want to be, do want to be optimistic. I don't want to be negative. It's not a good thing. Yeah, again, I want to show some faith in the team because we have Felix will be joining the team. Mudryk will be there. Madueke will be there. A lot of the players will be there too. So, yeah, will be available, so to speak. So let me just be positive. But that's, by the way, thank you so much for saying that. A blue blood. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Sergio Correa, Omar Robinson. We're not into, again, right now we're here to preview the match. We're not here to, again, to talk about, to do a sell or keep exercise. But again, more importantly, big up to you. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Big up Kachila, big up Coachella, big up Chelsea, big up Kachila. Let's beat them Hammers and get this 3 points. Like and subscribe. Y'all all again, the TT again. My brother Aaron. I'm gonna pronounce it like Ian Pele. Aaron. Yep. Again, Aaron Judge. Welcome to the channel. Nice to see you, brother. Welcome again. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Sir Kuku and bring in Matson. Again, keep the comments in line. Okay, but now it's free form because we're just starting. I think it will be 7-0 Chelsea. Again, as ladies, I hope so. But usually when I start, here's the thing. I hope maybe the mentor coach guy will help us deal with the, you could say, the Charity FC factor. Yeah, because it's a mental thing. I'm usually concerned whenever I hear Chelsea fans going, we're going to mop the floor with them. We're going to beat them 7-0. We're going to, do this and do that. But, okay, let's see what happens. Just remember you said that. And my brother Glenn, we haven't seen you in a few days, Glenn. I know we're all busy. Bills don't pay themselves. But I hope you're doing well. Please do let us know. Big up. West Ham will be a tough cookie. Thank you so much for being honest. I'd rather start seeing that and see we're going to mop the floor with them and all that. Collins Anochiwa, I feel and believe Chelsea will beat West Ham United. I also wish to see beautiful football tomorrow. To me, again, at this point, I just want results. Again, let's stabilize things first of all. Let's start winning. Then you can gradually, when the players develop that confidence, that winning again, that confidence that can help them move mountains because they've won chains of games. Then beef it up, put the icing on the cake, make it as beautiful as you want. But I know no matter how you say it, if we're winning tomorrow, it's going to be beautiful. But my point is, it doesn't have to be beautiful. We'll just have to start winning games. Is Kante back? Is it what two players? He is what two players? I believe you. I agree. He's worth 2 players. But here's the thing: we were told he's not going to be part of the team again until mid of February. Are we mid-February yet? No, we're not mid-February. We're just 10th, around 15th or 16th. I don't think they'd risk starting him in this game. Let me see what else do we have. And Logic down. I hope you're doing well. Omar again. Chelsea win 3-0. Okay, let's see what happens. People forgetting this is a cup final for the Hammers, and they will play like it is. Yeah, it's a London derby, by the way. Again, so it's not going to be easy. And like I said before, we've beaten them in the last 2 games we played against them. But the truth remains, you can't argue we were lucky in those 2 games, and they were unlucky. If that makes sense to you. Let's see. Blue Blood says again, the new mentor coach said again, there are you know what, D-heads in the Chelsea squad, but plenty in the West Ham. Let's see what happens there. Again, I don't really care how we win once we win up the Chelsea. Exactly, that's my point. Let's just win. It doesn't have to be beautiful. We need to start winning games. That's the most important thing. We're already at 44 likes, which shows we can get it to 100 as soon as possible, because this is going to be a very short one. And I told you guys in advance, we started 1 hour late. I am still skeptical about Porter's confidence, but I pray we win tomorrow. That's the spirit I want to see. Even if you don't like the manager, even if you have lots of question marks over his tactical ability or his ability to be the man to, take us forward. Chelsea is the entity you support. Whoever is the manager, you support them. You can see if they falter, the club falters and you suffer. So that wouldn't make sense to start keep going Porter out. Porter is not the man. It doesn't change anything. Just support him as long as he's still our manager. Yes, people, please like and subscribe when you enter. If you have not, it helps the channel grow and reach a wider audience. We're at 41 likes right now. Let's get it to 50 and shoot for 100 by the time the show ends. I doubt Kante will even be in the squad. I don't think he should be, and you're correct. I don't think he will be. He will even be in the squad. I think you speak the truth there. Kante Enzo midfield will be awesome. I think it will be awesome, and that is again, if you want Enzo to be the more adventurous of the two, then Kante must be instructed again to be more disciplined than usual because he likes to go forward too. But I think he's the man to bring out the best in Enzo Fernandez, if that makes sense. let's start with a bit of a bit of news here. Again, a good one indeed. One I've looked forward to see. Just give me one second. Um, I'll come back to you guys in a bit. I'm trying to find it but that's the only news we'll talk about today. Then we go into the lineup building exercise. And I'd like to start by asking the chat, and thank you for that suggestion from Liam Lane, to find out what formation we think the manager will use first. There you go. This says, again, exclusive from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have now reached a full verbal agreement with Thiago Silva on a new contract valid until June 2024. Here we go. A draft of new deal being prepared. It's all done and agreed verbally, and things has again, and Thiago has given the green light. A new contract to be signed soon. Here's the thing about this guy. I think, yeah, I get it. Some will say he has family and probably would like again stay in London. But the truth is, this guy, he loves Chelsea. I don't think maybe he hasn't felt. No, I don't think even PSG fans love them the way we Chelsea fans love him. Or it's AC Milan, or when he was. I think he started with somewhere. Was it Russia or Ukraine? I don't know where he started before he went to Milan. But my point is, we love him so much, and I think he recognizes that, and he loves us in return. And again, some say we got him a bit too late. No, we got him at the best time in his career, because he's never been this good. I get it. He was younger. When he was younger, probably a bit quicker. But right now, we're playing. We have the best version of Thiago Silva that any other club hasn't had. PSG, no, he wasn't that good at AC Milan. He wasn't that good. So I'm happy, and he will be very, very important in this transitional period. I'm sure Graham Potter recognized that. The owners recognize that, and they're keeping him not strictly because of his playing ability, but because of that leadership. Again, on and off the pitch, like I've said before, he has the pedigree that when he speaks, that the dressing room listens. Even the manager listens. You could argue he has that pedigree that, again, before a game starts, you could see the manager having a conversation on how we approach that game to win it. And so I'm happy he's staying. That makes me very, very happy. I couldn't be happier, really. But let's see it again. Let's announce it already. Let's move on. What else do we have in the chat? I've read that one. My brother Glenn said, again, it's not awesome. It's illegal. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we have. Again, thank you so much, Glenn. Again, Chelsea women go again, got the toughest draw in the Champions League quarterfinals. Lyon. Oh, yeah, they're very tough side. They produce some talent also, and they have some good players. He deserves it. Yeah, well deserved. He's been again, and again, you can say an example of a professional. He's always been that. But again, he's been, how is the way I put it? All the young players in our current team respect and look up to him. So that does go along with. Plus, he leads on the pitch, and it's all clear when he's not playing that something is really missing. People say he's slow at the game. He slows the game down and holds the ball too much. Here's the thing. If we're being honest, as we can say what you like about Jorginho, the last game you could see the absence of Jorginho because he's usually the first to open up to create an extra passing lane when the defense has the ball. And again, it makes it easier for the defenders to release the ball quickly. But that last game, you could see in those that playing alongside, you could say our midfielders, you could say there was a bit of confusion in our midfield. They didn't open up quickly. They didn't make themselves available quick enough for Thiago Silva or the defenders to release the ball quickly. I think, I don't know, maybe people just trying to find who to blame because that only happens when we lose games. Had we won that game like by 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, you'd see people go, nobody will talk about, again, how slowly they let go of the ball. But I don't think that's not an issue for me. And I've tried to explain what I think the issue was really. Thiago Silva's game hasn't been about his pace. It's always been his intelligence. And that's why he's still able to play, again, even in his late 30s. But that's why, by the way, we move on from that one. Let's see what else we have here. Again, it will be a 2-1 win. No beautiful game like us winning. It doesn't have to be beautiful. I just want us to win the game. That if that makes any sort of sense to anybody. Silva is a legend for Chelsea coach. Again, I don't care what anybody says. He's a legend already, no matter how anybody sees it. Whatever Chelsea are paying Silva, they should double it. The other time, Paul, my brother, nice to see you. It's been a minute. Please do let me know that you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. And when you get a chance, please do share the link to your channel so that I can talk about it so that people will go check it out. John, is that the hand, John? Hello, mate. How are you doing, John? I hope you're doing well. Were you the one that was complaining that somebody blocked you from the channel? And I told you it's not here. Again, I don't think so. And I don't remember blocking you if you thought it was me. Let's see what else we have here again. Heard again, Chelsea F.C. and the coach had lunch together. Yes, I've seen the picture myself. You could say bonding. You could call it team bonding on its own. If anything, I think that it's just a way. Here's the thing. Graham Potter is staying at least at the end of the season. And if he turns things around, he's staying beyond the season, actually. Here's the thing. I think they're doing all they can to show him, look, we're with you. We understand the situation. We understand, again, that's how I see it. They're trying to tell him, pass on the message that, yeah, that again, whatever is going on, we'll feel like it's not your fault. So we're with you. We still support you. That's how I see it. Again, like I said, I have a lot of question marks about Graham Potter, but he's Chelsea's coach and I support him. I want him to do well so that we all can stop suffering. The main thing now is just get the win at all costs. Playing well will come again. Yeah, that would take time. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just win. It's as simple as that. If we start picking wins, yep. Big up Kuchula in this season for Silva, incredible piece of business by Lambs and Marina. Yeah, if we're being honest, they signed him, and some people think it will never work. Look how well it has worked, and the new owners recognize his importance going forward, or this transitional period, especially. Again, I'm glad we're keeping him. Imagine if Mount scores again a winner against West Ham. I'll take it. Whoever scores, I'll take it. I just want us to win. I don't care who scores, really. It was yesterday. Okay, let's see. Feded, how are you doing? Silva only holds onto the ball long because he cannot trust, or he can't. If he doesn't see an outlet, more importantly, again, and forward to protect it. And the blue Tifican, big up to you too, brother. It's a shame Bella Silva doesn't play football. She walks right into the Chelsea women's team with that Silva family again mentality. Big up, coach. Yeah, again, their mentality is something special, really, and I want us to keep it. And I remember what we talked about again, so I'll find time to do that for you. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't forget. If we lose, it will be. It will be noise everywhere. The worst we can get is a win. Yep. Again, if you like to put it that way. And again, at Debayo Makanju, I am very pessimistic about tomorrow's game. You have every right to be. Potter does not give any form of confidence from presses to in games and post games. Again, just a boring bloke. Some people say it like that, but I really pray again that he turns things around. Because if it does, we'll all collectively will stop suffering. If Madrid sign Mbappe, it will be a game over. Yeah, are they going to be able to sign him? No, he's extended. And again, let me put it this way: you're talking about PSG's president. Yeah, let's just put it that. I'm being sarcastic, but you know why I put it that way. He's going to be very expensive. I don't think they'd actually afford him. They cannot. They will not risk it. Yes, people, thank you so much. I'm going to put up a poll as soon as possible to ask you what formation you think we're going to play tomorrow, and we'll go with that. But I think it probably, given the fact that that what's his name is back and ready to go, I think he'd play a formation that will accommodate a 10, so that Joao Felix gets to play. So just quickly, let me ask the chat this question. So I'm going to end this one, but please keep liking the stream. And if you're a mod, keep reminding people to like the stream so we'll get it to 100 as soon as possible. Let me do this quickly. I'll be back with you. Do you think Potter will deploy tomorrow? Right, question mark there. One is 352. I don't know we'll have enough space there for all of them. Just give me 1 second. I'll jump back again in a beat. Let me quickly put up this poll. And the other one is 4231, which I think it will be to accommodate the 10. But it may be difficult to employ because we don't have, I can add somebody to pair him in a double pivot. 4231. And which one is the other one? And the other option is 4132. Right, I'll get to you in a bit. Just hold on. Okay, one more. 433. Okay, like I said, bear in mind that he probably would deploy a structure that will accommodate the 10 because Joao Felix is available. But let's see what the man does. Again, it's predictably unpredictable, like Roger would say. Okay, 352, 4231, 4132, and 433. Let's see. Okay, I have. Oh, his lawyer made it quick today to the show. But that's why the weekend. Let's see what else we have here. Chelsea can sign Vlahovic instead of Osimhen. I'm not sure the club's choice, but the rumors are the club's focus is getting is getting Osimhen, which I really don't believe until I see it happen. Mbappe in Madrid again for free in 2025. I don't see that happening still. Again, let's be honest here. If PSG ends up winning the Champions League, but let's keep it to Chelsea, please. I beg you, Eugene, not here. More importantly, Eugene, I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining the show today again. If PSG wins the Champions League, whether this season or next season, Mbappe stays. Yeah, if that makes sense. So, Simham, the best striker in Europe, I think he has every right to be called that. He's earned the right to be called that right now. Come on, people, can keep liking the stream. 61 likes. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. Remember, this is going to be a short one. So quickly, we're going to go into building the lineup. But I want to get your vote as to what formation you think he plays tomorrow. He deploys tomorrow. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1, which I say to accommodate a 10. But who pairs Enzo in the double pivot, if that makes sense? So it's difficult to say what he does until the game starts. The other time, entire time we thought it was a 4-2-3-1 until we looked at other sources, find out it was actually a 4-3-3, or maybe until you rewatch the game. Because again, the watch along is usually hard to tell. But when you rewatch the game, you go, oh, wow, it's actually a 4-3-3 structure. Yes, again, a 3-4-2-1. Okay, let's see. Even if it's a 3 at the back, I think the structure will be in the manner that he accommodates a 10, if that makes sense. 4-2-3-1, says Eugene Nutty. Is Sparta going to be given another season, regardless of our position in the league this season? So sad. Here's what I said, and I'm going to say it again. He stays till the end of the season, but him staying beyond the season depends on whether he turns things around. And it ends up being that the reason we didn't make it into top 4 is because all the teams there were equally good. He also picked up form and didn't drop form. Then he keeps his job. But if it turns out the reason we didn't even fight for top 4, again, it's all bad results continuously. Nothing is clicking. Then it's business for all parties involved. They look at it and say, I don't think we can do this. I don't think again. But if he tries and tries enough, and the team does again starts playing well, even if we don't make it, he keeps his place. Mr. Polito way 4-2-3-1. I think that's a structure that makes more sense to accommodate the 10. But let's see what he does. And Mr. Polito way, big up to you. Again, I'm guessing your name is Paul. If not, let me know. Just Polito. I want to be called, but if you prefer me calling you Mr. Polito, that's fine by me. Again, I like the idea of David Fofana to start with Felix behind in a 10 role. Yeah, I think I would want to see that. But let's see what the manager does tomorrow. Like I said, he's predictably unpredictable. No Havertz in my lineup. I don't think he might stay till the end of the season because the pressure could increase. Yeah, but if the pressure gets him to start just again not to do his job right again, then he shouldn't be a manager. But let's see how. But I think the owners will consider a lot of factors, new signings, again the injuries and all that. but that doesn't mean they will accept that they're seeing. They will be expecting to see some measure of progress. Havas Gallagher, Man, Koulibaly not in my lineup. We'll get to that again. You got it, Paul. Thank you so much, brother, for letting me know. And I have Porter's lawyer in the house. Let's get to him quickly. Roger Pop, how are you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon, good morning to you, sir.
The same to you. It's afternoon already, yeah. So good afternoon to you, but blue morning to you. I hope you are sleeping blue. I hope you are eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and overall living the blue life. I believe you are, Roger. You're Chelsea through and through. So, Roger, coming to you, what formation do you think can Graham Potter deploy tomorrow? What structure?
I think it's going to go with a 5-5-5, sir. No doubt about it.
Don't make me, because I'm going to start saying something people said to make joke of the new owners that he suggested a 4-4-3 formation.
I say we go with 16, coach. It's the best strategy. Seriously?
Go ahead.
I hope a back four. I really do. Yeah, it's going to be one of these days, coach. Buckle in.
Here's the thing. I think it will be this time, given the players we have, and given the fact it doesn't look like he's going to start playing the new wingers. You can say wingers, Carney Chukwuemeka and what's his name, and Mudryk out again, playing them as wing backs, which means we're going to be going predominantly with back four.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Mm-hmm.
But, who knows, coach? He's really hard to read, isn't he? He's not exactly an open book.
Yeah, I think your information is a bit. Your microphone is a bit. It's a bit low.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Of course, your information. It's a bit low, like I wanted to say.
So
yeah, go ahead,
Roger. Oh man, it's going to be a long day. But no, I think he's going to. Well, let's put it this way.
You still sound low. I don't know. Again, if you're in chat, let us know how's again Roger's mic, or is it mine? I don't know. But you go ahead, Roger.
So I've got it turned up. So let's have a look.
It could be that my volume is low.
Sure. So the last one, what we played against Fulham, we started with a back four, didn't we? But the previous 4 games was with a back 3.
Yeah.
And what do West Ham usually play? They play with a back 4, don't they?
They do play with a back 3, but we'll look at that in a bit. Maybe it's my volume was low.
The reason why I asked that is because a lot of coaches want to match up. Like if a team predominantly plays with X formation as opposed to Y, they like to match up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, because of Potter is flexible, he's not predominantly, shall we say, predictable. So therefore, I think there could be a method to his
this really shows that again. So I'm so sorry. Let me just show you this quickly. This shows that usually they start with a formation that again the team plays predominantly. So this shows they play with a back 3 of a one central again, and you're seeing that. But we get to that in a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like to see what they've done historically throughout the season. I haven't really paid attention much to West Ham.
Yeah, like I said, if Potmore picks a 3 at the back structure, which means that's what they do predominantly.
Then there's a possibility that we could match up with them and play with a back 3 also.
But it creates a problem for Potter. If he does that and he wants to accommodate the new wingers, accommodate wingers, then he has to play wingers in a wing back position. But go ahead.
No, I get it. Mm-hmm. Well, you have Cucurella on the left, 3-4-3, So we listen. We have Felix back. My only thing is who's going to be playing in 4 days' time. Do we play on a Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't recall.
The Champions League?
Yes, sir.
I'll check quickly for you so I can. Yeah. Let me see. Let's catch up. It's going to be a short one today, really, because we started 1 hour late.
The reason why I asked that is because there's a strong possibility that well, Silva will probably be starting in the Champions League, and definitely Koulibaly will. I'm assuming that's a strong assumption there. So
We
does
play on a Wednesday.
so okay, so that's plenty of time. Does Koulibaly then play with Chalobah, for instance, or Badiashile, and just rest Silva? But don't forget, he's going to be, shall we say, match rusty Koulibaly. So does he come on in the second half, or does he start Koulibaly tomorrow? Would he prefer him in a back three?
Yeah,
Who
we'll get
knows?
to that. I think given that again your concern in that aspect, I think what he'd do will probably rest Silva, start
Yeah.
Koulibaly along Badiashile because
And
Koulibaly
and
because Silva most likely will play in the Champions League.
yeah, exactly. And therefore,
Mm-hmm.
if that's the case, then would he want Koulibaly playing in a back four or a back five? So this is the question we have to ask ourselves. This will tell us what he thinks about Koulibaly. Does he feel more comfortable in a back three or back two or back three? So and that could also be misconstrued because he may be wanting to match up with West Ham. So it'd be interesting to see about how to get inside his psyche. When I say his, I'm talking about Potter's.
Mm-hmm.
That's the logic behind my reasoning. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does make sense. But I will always be skeptical about your contributions because you're Potter's lawyer.
And rightly so.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
Just 1 second.
invariably.
Let me catch up with what we have in the chat. Then we go straight to. I think we have 44 votes, and that's a good enough sample size. And they chose a 4-2-3-1, which makes sense to accommodate again. But yeah,
Look at
to
you. You're
accommodate the
so
10
fast to
most likely.
type that in. You're so fast
Yeah.
to add that in at 4-2-3-1. I've never seen you move so fast, coach.
Yeah, the only reason Potter stays is if he wins Champions League. Let's see. Like I've tried to explain, if he does well enough, I think he stays. The Blue Toffee game, I don't mind which formation, just as long as Potter doesn't wait until the 70th minute to switch when it doesn't work. Yeah, that's one of the biggest concerns a lot of people have about him taking time to react to a situation. That makes sense. That's what you have here. Kachila, again, given that, again, we have only have second strikers, do you think we should be setting up to play them side by side? Again, that's why I'm thinking side by side. No, it doesn't make sense. When you have second strikers, why start them? Why start two second strikers at the same time? And usually it's more effective to mix them up. If that makes sense, that's how I prefer, maybe. But I think we're not going to play with two strikers. We're going to play with a lone striker, with again 3 behind them. I don't think we'll play with two. It wouldn't make any sense. I don't think it will not be effective. We'll be lacking again people to be in behind to participate in the play and try to create chances for whoever that is striking for us. If that makes sense. But again, if you have a reason where you think we should play with twin strikers, you let me know. I want to find out. I don't think it makes sense. I like mixing it up. Again, if it were up to me, which we won again. Let's get past Dortmund first. Please, again, who may I remind you have won their last 10 games? Usually we do well with teams that have won their last 10 games. I'm usually concerned with teams that have lost their last 10 games. Roger, does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, because the Chelsea charity.
Yeah, exactly. Give Koulibaly or Chalobah again needs a minute. Yeah. I think they may start if they're going to play in the Champions League. I think that it makes sense for them to start that game to gain match fitness. What prayer do we need to pray to ensure our new signings all start and Mount doesn't somehow find a way to start? That too should make it. Here's the thing: I'd be surprised if Mount doesn't start tomorrow. I'm just going to say that. But Bailey, more importantly, nice to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Please do let me know that you're okay. The Blue Toffee game says, again, a yellow card for Roger for entering the pitch after, again, a kickoff. Sorry, again, I don't make the rules. Yeah,
so
that
soon,
applies.
in the first minute, really?
Yeah, that's a legit rule. And this ref, he doesn't want nonsense today. That's what I'm seeing, and that makes me happy.
Tough ref.
Tough one. I've not heard anyone again talk about the good old-fashioned 4-4-2. These days, you hardly hear it.
Yeah.
These days, Again, that Argentina, that Argentina used to win the World Cup. Again, why wouldn't we consider this? It's up to Graham Potter. You never know. He may well try it, but you don't know.
So, coach,
yeah.
do you know the history of the 4-4-2?
No, I don't. But I wish we had time to go into it because it's a short one today.
Sure, no
but
problem.
maybe we should. If you're well acquainted with that, I'd like us to talk about it. Maybe on Soccer Perspective.
Let's do that.
Again, here's Mykhailo supporting you with some other information. 515 formation. More importantly, big up to you, Mykhailo. I hope you're doing well. Big up, Blue. Speak up to you too, brother. Always nice to see you. On my way, guys. Okay, you're already here, so let me not read your comments. 4231 is the only way to accommodate Enzo as well as Felix. That makes perfect sense too. Might adopt the American football strategy of an offensive 11 and a defensive 11. Let's see that happen. What's the point in bringing in wingers and not playing them? It doesn't make any sort of sense. Did Porter win any trophy? I'm not going to get into that. We've talked about that a million times. And he has actually won. But that's it. Was that in Norway? What country?
Sweden.
In Sweden, yeah. So he has won, actually, if that's the list of your concern. He's won in Sweden. The only, a door left for us is to, be at the Champions League by winning it. We can never say never. And please keep dropping a like on the stream. We have 69 likes. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. Please, we can. Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's again another pleasure joining you live from Liberia this afternoon. Mark James, always welcome. Thank you so much for always telling us where you're joining from. If you're using iOS, please read this comment right here. You click on it. Let me just read it. For anyone on iOS, there's a heart icon. If you click it, a small pop-up with, a bunch of other icons will show there. So, click on the one you like, and it will keep showing up. It will be floating on the screen. And believe me, you'll like it too. It's cool, but also it helps the channel reach a wider audience. I am scared Graham will be playing Hogwarts Legacy all nights and gets no sleep again before the game. I heard that game is awesome, so I got to get it as soon as possible. Kebe Gary says 4231. Would you be surprised if Kai and Mount both start versus West Ham? No, because that's ground part of you. He trusts. You can say those are two of his most trusted lieutenants, if you want to phrase it that way, actually. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but if you get my point, let me say he's trusted generals. That's easy for me to pronounce. He trusts two of them, even if they falter next game, if they're fit, if they've trained, he trusts to start. He was most likely, I'd be surprised if both don't start. At least one of them will start. That's how I feel. Martins, Coach Potty, if you failed to beat, I'll relay that message to him, but thank you so much. Tyre A, we need to pack up the midfield. We have been losing a midfield battle. Bobby will, you can say, support your argument in a bit. I want to try 4-2-2-2. I think he did that again at Brighton. Let's see what he does tomorrow. I am okay, Coach. You're going to big day to you too, brother. Porter should start that with Fofana. I think a lot of us want that to happen. Do I think it will happen? I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But if it does, I will take it. Mounts to be benched for sure. Just don't hold your breath on that. And here's the link to Soccer Perspective. Again, we're still recruiting panelists. Hopefully it picks up soon. Kachila, again, I think you misunderstood my question about second striker. With Potter unable to get the best out of all, but thank you for rephrasing it. We only have second strikers. So how do we play them to make them effective? Always make sure that the approach is fluid. I think that's the only solution, because second strikers usually thrive. They do better in a fluid approach. So if that makes sense to you, the only solution would be to play with a more fluid approach to accommodate that tendency for second strikers to roam around, support the play. I think that would be the better option, the better approach to accommodate them. I hope that answers your question. Women's Champions League just drawn Chelsea with Lyon. Tough one. I think they eliminated us a year or 2 years ago, or maybe they were tough to play against. I don't remember the outcome of that game. On summer, we're going to clean a dressing room quite a lot. If you say we should win the Champions League. You should say we have to get a top 5 minimum. Just my opinion. Yeah, it makes sense. But like I said, never say never. It's the possibility is still there. So why say we cannot? But I get your argument. I don't want another year of being European champions with that pressure and again an underachieving Premier League. Wow, that statement says a lot. So you want us to win the Premier League, even again. But let me not get into it. Maybe I don't fully understand your message. We're gonna make top 4 again. Top 4 Newcastle out. I hope that happens. I'll take it, but it was difficult for them not to stay there because I'm sure they made quite some good signings. I know you're following the progress, and they're playing as a unit. Again, maybe by the time we will start playing as a unit that solidify their place in the top 4, and it'll be difficult to leave that. Maybe someone else makes where I don't know. I'm going to come to you, Bobby, quickly. Let's talk about the formation argument.
Hello,
what
Bobby.
formation do you think? Big up to you, Bobby. I hope you're doing well. What formation do you think will play? Can he deploys tomorrow?
Hi guys.
Hi to you too, brother. I hope you're doing well.
Hola. Look, I know Potter likes to change formation in game, just like Tuchel did. So starting formations are very deceptive with him. I feel a start with a 4-3-3 migrating to a 4-2-2-1. Sorry, I'll need to get this. I'll get back to you.
All right. So, Roger, again, the same majority carries the vote. We have 69 votes, and 48% thinks it will be 4-2-3-1. And that makes logical sense, given the fact, I know, Roger, I know I love that formation. But you get it. It gives them, again, you afford some, you could say, the lottery to accommodate Joao Felix and also Enzo Fernandez, if that makes sense. Because you wouldn't make any
or even a 4-1-4-1, you know.
4-1-4-1 again, but do we have that on? We have 4-1-3-2. Usually, again, 4-1-3-2 may be to still accommodate Joao Felix because Enzo can play in the long. 4-1-3-2 works. If that makes sense, but the vote there is 4-2-3-1. Do you want us to override that? If you say yes, then you're the one that's
fine.
I'm trying to dump the blame on you, but
no kidding. I get it. Holding the proverbial smoking gun, right? I think Bobby's right. It's going to be fluid. It's going to be either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. If need be, if we're overrunning the midfield, that number 10 will play deeper to accommodate the midfield. So Bobby's right. It's quite fluid, his formations. You know, it's never rigid. Let's put it that way. You know. Just from the midfield onwards, and then you've got the back 4, which can always change based on possession or non-possession from a 3 to a 4. So he employs a very dynamic formation.
And once again, he's predictably
unpredictable, baby.
I think that's all we should call him.
Seriously,
he is.
He really is.
Yeah, like I said again,
which is a good thing.
Go ahead.
Didn't we like this initially when he was first hired? The fact that you look at even the major sporting outlets and TV channels, they got it wrong invariably all the time. They couldn't guess. So if these experts, these pundits can't get it right, who are former coaches, then the opposing coaches wouldn't know either. So it keeps our opponent on their toes unless they only play a certain formation, like, for instance, Conte for us only played with the back 3. After that, Arsenal lost, so the same could be applied.
But even that period where we were saying it's a good thing, but we were arguing that he should still take it gradual, stabilize the team first.
Sure. No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But
okay, looks like Bobby again. He said, "Okay, Bobby, you go ahead." Again, you were saying something about the formation, so we can preview the match and then build the lineup. Go ahead, brother. I think we're hearing a Spanish, some like cha-cha music from your end.
It's this Enzo thing that it keeps coming on.
Wow. So Bobby's obsessed because that's not the first time.
What's going on with Enzo?
It's part of my my alarm.
Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead.
Um, yeah. Yeah. Four. What was I saying? 4-3-3 migrating to a four two
Hmm.
three one,
Yeah,
changing to a 4-2-2-2. It all depends on what the pattern of play is. I think the main thing is, look, this guy has had some time on in training to rehearse some things with this guy, with the players. And it seems very clear to me that the midfield he's probably going to have is Enzo, because that's where it's all going to happen for us. It's Enzo and Gallagher. That's very interesting. I think he's going to do that. And this is a massive game for Gallagher because he will be viewed along with Declan Rice. Can he step into that role? This is the big question. And this is my vision for him, is to be in that role. It's a massive opportunity for him to become Enzo's partner. Now, he's nowhere near the quality of footballer Enzo is, but he can improve and become very, very functional and useful in that position. That's where my eyes will be, that pivotal two, because
potentially. Yeah,
clearly that's where that's what Potter has to do. Um, Yet again, I revert back to something without sounding like a broken record. Physicality, physicality is crucial. We've got to win our battles. We have to rest Thiago. I personally believe, look, we're faced with a scenario that has presented itself like this. We have two routes to the Champions League, one through the league and one through the competition itself. Now, they're both extremely difficult, but there's a marginal, easier assumption of success through the Champions League itself. So we have to pay both competitions the utmost attention to the minutest detail and to rotate the squad accordingly with the opposition we find. Now we have players that are not going to be able to play on Wednesday, or is it Tuesday, against Dortmund, the likes of
Wednesday.
Badiashile. So he must play for against West Ham anyway, because of the kind of player he is. Fofana can't play against
We will
Dortmund.
get to the point, and the point of picking the lineup. What structure do you think he deploys, Bobby, and why?
Well, this I've just said it. It has to be
Okay.
fluid. It has to be uh, five. What was I saying? Did I say five at all?
No,
Five,
you
three,
said
one.
you
Uh,
said originally
Five
four
two
two
three. I
three
think you
one.
said five three
yeah,
two
four.
five
That's it.
five two three one or so. You said something like
Yeah,
that.
4-2-3-1,
To a
migrating
four
to a
three three.
4-2-2-2.
Yeah, you said four
Um,
two three one. Yeah, not five.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then you can even drop to a five. This is what he would be doing, depending on the flow of the game and what needs to be managed at the time. But the underlying common denominator in this game against West Ham is the physicality, and that's where the
For
individual
sure.
players come in.
All right, thank you so much again. The poll again, 86 votes, and again we had a 352, 4231, 4132, 433. I was again, if I think if it was his name, if Joao Felix wasn't available, I'd say it easily probably can go for 433 again. But I think to accommodate Felix, like why it only makes sense for it to be something, some structure like a 4231 to accommodate Felix. For Bobby Fairview, here's my argument here. I was just trying to explain that it doesn't matter the structure as long as is a fluid approach in the front three, front four, however you want to say it. I think would be good. Yeah, I get your concern there. Fully understand your question. I don't know how else to answer it for it to make sense to you, but I get your concern clearly now. If that makes sense, if we can repeat our first 60 minutes on game against from until Felix, we're gonna cook. Okay, I hope to see that. But before you can, I'm just saying again, giving you again the option we have. You said we had no number 9. It's up to the manager. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, I think you understood it the way I did too. I'm saying we can do without the traditional number 9 as long as it's a fluid approach. Whoever that's again deployed in that number 9 position will still have a good game as long as it's a fluid approach. Yeah, thinking beyond the structure. I know your point is the structure, but the structure doesn't really matter as long as it's a fluid. If that makes sense again. Let me see what else we have here. Bobby fell in love with Enzo. Again, I understand Bobby when we haven't had a player like that for a while now. Hey guys, again, Nabiyu Neba, I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Oko Steven, that's the 2 ways I know that name should be pronounced. Yeah, don't call anybody useless. Again, maybe, but please don't say like anything that will come across as how's that word? Derogatory, or what again? Derogatory. Okay. Yeah, if that makes sense. He can broken stop again. Oh my goodness. Again, stop mentioning nationality. Oko, Biko, please stop. Let's do 4-3-3 play without again a striker. Here's the thing. Those in the chart again have spoken. The predominantly chose 4-2-3-1, which makes sense to accommodate Joao Felix. Let's see what else we have here. Potter makes adjustments and subs too late. A lot of people argue that. Again, that's what a lot of people don't like the most about him. I'm tired of this guy. Okay, he's the greatest coach, and everyone just gonna sit and listen today. Joseph, enjoy the show, brother. More importantly, do let us know. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Top 4, no chance. You'd be lucky finishing 6th. Again, just far off even a spot in the 5th position. Okay, which spots? Okay, you slug it out with him there. Please, guys, keep liking the stream. We're at 86 likes. We need 14 more to get it to 100. It's going to be a very short show today, so let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. Peter Kilambo, you cannot play Kukurea, Havertz, and Mount and expect to win the match. When Mount gets the ball, he only thinks of passing to Havertz. I don't know why people are saying that. I'm not sure if that has been the case, but I will check it out again. And it's easy to come to that conclusion because those 2 players have become close, if that makes sense.
Up.
Sorry?
It's called link-up play.
No, but then meaning, again, he's more than likely to pass to Havertz than...
Well, hold on. If he's playing as a number 9,
look for somebody who's better position. That's why they're seeing it as a problem.
Well, sure, but you're supposed to actually get the ball.
No, but you get my point where they're coming from.
Yeah. But
you get my point where they're coming from.
And you know what? And if he only passes to the other people instead of the number 9, he's not finding the striker. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. You can't win.
If you didn't say that, I was going to ask you for your ID.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from, and I understand where it's coming from. They're saying even when, again, for instance, when he's not even playing as a number 9, of which I don't think that's the case. I haven't sensed anything like that. Coach, again, you speak like you're a Nigerian from Igbo descent. Yep, I'm, again, born and bred in Nigeria before I moved to where I am today. And also, I'm an Igbo boy. I do speak, I'm going to say this again. Sorry, again, I don't want to irritate anybody. I do speak, again, 3 Nigerian languages.
Only?
Again, not that fluent in Yoruba, but again, fluent in Hausa, fluent in Igbo language, of course, my dialect. And then a bit of Yoruba, but also very fluent, if that makes sense. BC, again, he is again. I see, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Greetings. Hope everyone is doing great. Again, Isco Philosophy, nice to see you, brother. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. I appreciate that. We need to back. Okay. Need to back the manager, I'm guessing. You probably forgot to complete that. It happens to even to the best of us. I think we don't need a waste of time. I speak about Gallagher because from space, you can see he's not good. Again, you can just say you have every right to say that. Mount tries, but he's a bit stingy with the passes. A lot of people, again, could argue that. Sub-coach, please, again, I don't want to see Koulibaly in our back line. Again, his way of reading the game is very bad. Well, it's not just us. We have other people that's going to join us in the lineup building exercise, prediction exercise. When will Tuchel come back to Chelsea? I don't know. I'll speak to my pastor, and I'll speak to a soothsayer too, and I'll speak to a juju man to find out. The structure also needs more ability for Chelsea play. Yep. Again, you need more than just being a destroyer. You also need to be good on the ball. Koulibaly was a panic buy. It's not, again, I don't think we have enough sample to say he hasn't worked at Chelsea. After all,
Yeah,
he
I
started
agree.
well and he's had good games here and there. And in those games where he faltered, the team as a whole faltered. But because, again, it was easy to say he did some stuff that it was easy to say, yeah, it was his fault or so. Just you could say as a way of dealing with a bad performance from the team, people usually find a player to blame or so. I hope Mudryk, yeah.
Coach, with the exception of Silva and perhaps Kepa, every other player has had good and bad games. The other two have been consistently good. You can say that.
You can say have been the savior if you want to phrase it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good point there from Roger. I hope Mudryk has a good game tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so. Third this weekend, no excuses, coach 100% blue from the US. Latif Khalid from the US, thank you so much for joining the show. Even over panic buy. Okay, go ahead, keep listening them one by one. Gallagher playing 90 minutes is so disgusting, Potter. It's just Southgate in another appearance. Okay. I like Koulibaly at times needs more match. Again, Juju man, yeah, exactly. The trainer, again, coach, should be changed because they keep doing the same thing in training. No improvement on the pitch. Do you think that's the reason of what will be when we buy Rice? Again, it will be ugly and embarrassing too. At least that's what you believe. Chelsea F.C, we need to get rid of Koulibaly in the summer. I think from a switch perspective, a lot of people have argued probably would make better sense to balance the books. The club may well sell him if they see a buyer. Speaking of Rice, again, expect him to be looking to prove a point against us. Oh, yeah. You know that. There was a day, which one? I think it was under Thomas Tuchel, that he nearly scored a solo goal. It was close. And I don't remember how that ended, but I think somebody nicked the ball off him. Or was it Rudiger then? Fofana should play this game. His runs can give us. But let's see. Coach, I can make sure the Juju man's name is the New York guy. I haven't seen him today, Kashan, but nice to see you. Tom, Brian, I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. I am sure if Chelsea fail to win tomorrow, Potter, it sounds easy. Depends. Again, I don't see that happen. Extra taste of what's the idea playing Enzo and Gallagher. Let's get to that. Again, let's start previewing the game here. And as I preview the game, what I would do mainly is to highlight your comments, and I'm not going to read everything anymore because it's going to be a short one today. We have just about an hour plus an hour 20 minutes to round up, or an hour 30 minutes to round up the show. But that's, by the way, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We need just 7 more likes to get it to 100 likes. We can do that, but only if you feel like. But more importantly, do subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, let's get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We're right now at 9,954. And remember, if we get there, we'll do a giveaway, a $100 giveaway for students. And then we'll find a way to compensate non-students later. But more importantly, from the heart, I really want to do it for students because I've been there. If that makes sense to you. Let's see what we have here again. West Ham, we want to get us back for the foul on Kepa. Okay. Again, I think Rice will be a good buy because Enzo looks up to him. We needed to replace again that sentiment. Now I know that was going to start happening because of what Enzo said. Chelsea players need to do a lot of running. And yes, smash that like button and subscribe, people. Almost, again, to 100. Let's get it there. Just 3 more to 100. It's shocking how Cucurella cannot anticipate a turn from opposition, which I am worried about. A lot of people are worried about a lot of stuff about Cucurella. That's some rhymes right there. Oh, and I feel like I'm a good rapper now. We should have a coach from another country. Potter is utter Southgate instructions, really. Potter is under Southgate's instructions. At least he didn't mention nationality. That's a bit fair. My brother, again, good work. Keep it up. Again, Chisoba Ezani, thank you so much, my bro. Again, $1. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we have here. 100 likes up to Charles, up the coach, up to you, Yorami, Yahoo, CDK. I hope you're doing well. Again, sending love all the way from Zimbabwe. Love the podcast. Come on, you blues. Again, Mizwab. Again, let me just pronounce your last name. Mamhire or Mamhere. Again, thank you so much. Sorry, apologies if I butchered your name. So, Roger, let's start by looking at head-to-head here. We still have village of injured players, by the way. Knee injury expected to be back mid-February. The good thing is that he's training. Kante is training mid-February too, we've been told. Mateo Kovacic calf injury late February.
Really?
Edward Mendy broken finger. Oh, he's not actually back. A few days. Denis Zakaria thigh injury a few days, so he's not going to be available. Knee injury early March for Christian Pulisic. Amanda Broya late August. Yeah. I get it. So that one. Yusuf Kokak. We still need a striker and a midfielder. Two big names, then we should be good. Really? Two big names? Did you say two big names?
Hey, Coach,
signing two big names is not going to be easy. Go ahead.
Coach, is Kurt Zuma out then?
For them, let's see. Yep, Zuma is out late February too.
I mean this respectfully. That's good news for us. I never want to see anyone hurt, but he's very good aerially. So that.
Oh yeah. He's a aerially, and then again, he's good with his feet. I wish we had more patience with him.
He's a monster in the air, Coach.
Yeah, he is. And and one thing again, he times his tackles very well. He has a lot of that's a last ditch tackles. There's a lot on occasions when he was still with us. He saved us on occasions. There was one. I
regret selling him, Coach. I like him that much.
Yeah, I don't know why we were in a hurry to do that. Complaints about Mount, Havertz, Kukurea, Koulibaly, Kovacic. When are we going to realize that the players are not the problem? I get your argument there.
He's saying the fans are the problem, I assume, correct? Wink, wink.
Maybe, but he's clearly saying that what your client is the
I know,
issue. I know you know. Peter Kilambo, Chelsea fans chairman from Chelsea fans chairman. Welcome to the show, Chelsea fans chairman. I appreciate you again. From Hollingham, Nairobi, Kenya. Very stressed about our London team. But we will be fine. Thank you so much for joining, and please. Again, do share. Tell your community about this channel. Again, it's about everybody. You participate. He cannot face the opposition even when he's better. I've seen him many times. He cannot get out. And Chelsea fans chairman, I want to know. Okay, your name. I should call you Peter or Kilambo. Maybe Kilambo. I like calling you your traditional name if that makes sense. No Rice. I don't want Rice again. I don't. Rice isn't my preference. But if we get him. The manager wants him fine. Zuma is recovering from a kind of a catch-scratch injury. You see how he links it?
Yeah.
I'm going to, look, when I'm not ready to laugh that much, because we don't have too much time, I'm going to just ban you until the show is done. Who is excited to see Joao Felix ball out? I'm excited to see him. Todd Bowley is the best owner in the world. Yep, you have every right to say that, and I support you. I think Rice is a joke again. Like Casado for Arsenal. Okay, again, I like a wing back or a right back that can confidently pass the ball square than a back pass. Again, it's always been back passing all the season. Okay, if that's how you say it. So let's look at the head-to-head here. We have a village of injury players. They have quite a few. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now just 2 more than they do. Team form, lost 2. The last 5 games were lost 2, win 1, drew 2. The last 5 games, they lost 1, win 3, drew 1. So you could argue they're in better form. Yeah, and that's what
they're a physical team, Coach.
And we've always struggled to play against them, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, this is their FA Cup final. As I said, you have teams up north. They don't have that many derbies, but we have a plethora. This is why I was really disappointed that Fulham was promoted, for instance. Mm-hmm. There's too many London clubs in the Premier League for us. There's a lot. I mean, they get up for us because we have a target on our back more than any other London club.
Yeah, again, and I think maybe the spirit have changed. Maybe the team spirit have changed. I believe so. They have to. The owners have spoken to them. We also have a mentor coach. Maybe that changes quite a lot. Again, the good thing here is that West Ham have been playing well. maybe we'll take them seriously. Because usually I'm usually getting scared when we're playing teams that like in the bottom table or that hasn't been playing well. Let's try and win this one tomorrow. But we get to the insights in a bit. Peter, again, Kilambo says, again, you expect Kovacic with Enzo. Instead, again, you get Gallagher, Chilwell or Hall, you get Kukurea, Dato Fofana, you get Havertz. Oh, yeah, opposite of whatever you want. But Kovacic he has not been fit for a while now. The chat, again, peaks are covering, covering this. Okay, sorry about that. There you go. Let's see. What position do Felix play for us tomorrow? I think a 10. I think he plays in the 10th position. It makes perfect sense. I think the back passing this should be added again in the halftime and full-time statistics. Then you will realize that the Chelsea make the most back passing. Yeah, again, Luigi Perugini, nice to see you. I know you hate that. Look at it again. Let me show that we still have 1 and 2. We still have Wesley Fofana, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic, Edouard Mendy, Denis Zakaria. Let's call again the infield players, not the goalkeeper. Christian Pulisic and Amanda Bray. We still have those out, and they have 4 players. But again, the most there again, you can say, what's his name being out? Again, Kotzuma, because he's good again aerially, like Roger pointed out.
He's dominant. Coach.
Yeah, very dominant too. He's a powerful guy too. He's not easy to muscle off the ball, and he's good on the ball. But unfortunately, I don't know why we didn't keep him. I think I saw Bobby Fairview say something about Zuma, or did I miss it? No, I don't think he didn't say anything. I didn't see it. I didn't miss anything from him. Again, if you're watching, thank you for 100 likes. Let's keep opening the like as soon as possible. We'll get to building the lineups in a bit. Again, let's see what we have. Let's look at the insights. It says, again, ranked 16th in goals scored. I think we're better ranked in that aspect. We're ranked 13 in goals scored, but we average 1 goal per game, and they average 0.9, but it's pretty much close. And it says, again, they have scored 6 goals in the last 5 matches. I don't think, we haven't scored in our last 2 matches. So, but still, again, so the first insight doesn't really come into play here, because the fact that they have scored in their last, again, they've scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches trumps the fact that we were better off in terms of goals scored per game. I don't know if that makes sense, Roger.
Yeah.
They have scored 6 goals again. We've looked at that second one. The third insight here says Aaron Criswell has created the most big chances for West Ham United. Okay, I don't think we have anything close to that, because none of our players have created too many chances. The last piece of insight we have here, Chelsea have won the previous 2 matches again against West Ham United. To you, which of these insights again stands out the most for you?
To myself,
to you, Roger. Yeah.
Well, I mean, us winning the last 2 is quite important.
You think it trumps every other insight we've looked at there?
No, not really. I think both teams are struggling to score, period. We're not clinical either. I mean, and for us, I mean, it's abysmal, let's be honest. We're playing offensively poorly. But the good thing is, and there is good news, is that we look solid defensively. Our keeper is in good form. His positioning is excellent. His distribution is excellent. I'm actually quite confident with our back line. And I know that's because of Silva predominantly, and our keeper. I think we've played very solid. We have to look at that positive aspect of the team, and it is a positive aspect. However, going forward, that's a different kettle of fish. We are not in form. We're not on the same page. We are not putting away chances, and we're not creating enough chances. So they balance out, and that's why you see a lot of goalless scores. Simple as that. That's a reflection of our true form.
Yep, I agree with you. Again, if you're watching, we're at 100 likes. Let's speed that up. If you haven't, drop a like on the stream, and please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please, kindly, from your heart of heart, do that for us. Drop a like, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Believe me, you will not regret it. And don't forget to click on what's it called again? The bell icon, so you don't miss out. We're starting a new show soon. and it launches this February. Believe me, you will enjoy it. You don't want to miss it. So here's the thing. Here's one thing, the area that before I go to Bobby that stands out for me. I'll catch up with the chat. We don't have too many, again, contributions in the chat. I'll be able to catch up quickly and go to Bobby. The area that starts, again, that I'm concerned a bit about is that they scored 6 goals in the last, 5 matches. And then the last 5 matches, they're not, again, they beaten Derby County, Everton 2-0. You could say it depends on the game, the teams they played against, and maybe. And they were able to get a draw away at Newcastle. So that's an excellent result. Beat Derby County away, beat Everton home, beat Brentford 1-0. They'll be a tough nut to crack. So here's where I'm concerned. They've scored 5 goals in their last 5 games, and we haven't scored in our last 2 games. That's the insight again that I'm concerned about. Let's see what we have again. That's because again you're blind. You only see his good side. I think you're talking about someone else. Gallagher out. Okay. Again, we've got the 4th best defensive record. Yeah, our defensive record has improved really, and nobody's paying attention to that. So if we can improve offensively, yeah, you could pretty much say it would be good. Even though there will still be some disjointed displays, given that the new players has to gel. That takes time. Again, who lied to you? Did you see that? Yeah, you're looking at that.
I don't know.
That's hilarious. Who lied to you? We've considered 30 goals. Luigi Pergini, thank you so much for that contribution. Again, Liverpool has the same problem as Chelsea. Yep, that's the truth. Let me see what we have here. We've conceded 21 according to the Premier League table. Again, I didn't talk about conceded goals. Maybe you're having a conversation with somebody there. One per game at least. Again, I enjoyed to watch. Our women's team win football. Yeah, no comment there. They did well. But that's by the way. Let's come back to again. I want to get your thoughts, Bobby, quickly on the insight. Do you see anything concerning to you there, or do you think we should move on? Again, I'm waiting for you. Should we go straight into creating the lineup?
Let's move to the lineup.
All right, let's get into it. Bobby, no delays at all. So as if I knew, and I know Roger will say something, he know I'm a big disciple of this formation. But here's the thing, it just makes sense. I think that's the most, you could say, viable of all the formations we looked at to accommodate Felix at 10, and then accommodate wingers too, if that makes sense. Let me just do this first of all, and accommodate wingers. So, Bobby, I'm going to start with you since we started talking about the lineup. Let's say we all can all agree Kepa starts, so no need wasting our time there. He starts there. So, Bobby, considering we have Champions League football coming, and considering again, let me just let you go ahead. Your back four. Let's start with the 2 centre backs.
Centre backs are Badiashile and Koulibaly.
Okay, can you elaborate as to why you think those 2 will be the ones starting?
Badiashile has been developing well as a left centre back. He's making it his own. He has no Champions League game midweek, and I think we have to continue with him. It's important he's had a couple of games with Thiago Silva. It'll be good for him to have a couple of games with Koulibaly. So I will go with him. I'll go with Koulibaly because I think it's important to give Thiago Silva a rest. Koulibaly needs a run out because he will play in midweek in the Champions League game, and he hasn't played for a while. So he needs to shake off any match rustiness.
Exactly.
Coupled with that, West Ham are an extremely physical team. Antonio takes no prisoners. The concern I have for both of them is the speed. I don't know if they're going to be fast enough for somebody like Antonio, but they're definitely going to be physical enough for Antonio. There's another 6'6" attacker they've got. They're going to have their work cut out, and they're going to need to be tough. They're going to need to be strong as well as technical, good in the air. It's all that. So for me, it's those 2. for sure, because we have to manage the squad through these two competitions to the
Mhm.
very, very best we can.
Yeah, again, just quickly, Fulham were a better team than us. Again, their discipline was better than ours. Our only saving grace was that we had a better individuals opportunities to get this team together fast. Getting them playing as a unit is not something you snap a finger. It happens. That takes time, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't blame him for, again, in terms of togetherness. But I expect to see a better performance from the team. Yes, people keep liking the stream. We're at 101 likes. Let's get it to at least 150 as soon as possible by the time the show ends. It's going to be a short one. I think we have about less than an hour to go. Again, our goal difference should have been plus 20 by now, but it's just one hanging on there. Pellegrini will be, like Bobby would say, the acid test for us. Again, their home crowd is a timid like the Cup. So psychologically, our players need to be switched on through the 90 minutes to get it done. I think the tougher the task, the better you see from Chelsea players. And that team hasn't really changed changed that much. Put Havertz in attack, he can score from forehead. Again, we do vote. It's not going to be up to us in that area, especially. Good day, bro. Honestly, I don't know how Potter is going to do it, but again, Chelsea will walk away with 3 points. That is so delicious to see. And big up to you too, Phil R7. I haven't seen you in a few days. Please do let me know that you're okay. More importantly, that will means a lot to me, brother. He can never again save us again because we will play ugly again. I don't care how badly we play, Eugene. If you get my point, as long as we win, that's the more important to me. Get the wins, rack up the wins, and that changes a lot. Like Bobby would say, he would do award again, the team award of good. Man City won't get away with the breach this time around. Dice Pico is out to roast them, and I cannot wait for them to be relegated and docked off 100 points. That in what and you can. Here's the thing. If you dock up, I think they get relegated, and then at the end of the season, maybe out of the top three of the teams in the bottom table gets promoted. As technicalities, I don't know how else to say that. Yes, people keep beefing up the likes. We have 101. Let's get it to 150 as soon as possible. I saw somebody saying, imagine Klopp joining Liverpool. Brusket here said that. Okay, imagine Liverpool get Pep, not Klopp. Get Pep at the end of the season. I don't think Pep leaves Liverpool at the end. Leaves Man City at the end of the season. We've talked about this before. This case would drag on. It would drag on for a while, and Pep will still be there. And again, I'm just going to say this quickly. I know it's out of topic, but this is the year I think they're going to win Champions League, given how badly they're playing in the league. Usually teams do say, okay, you know what? This is our opportunity to win something this season. I cannot remember when we created chances after chances. One game last time. Again, I hope that, again, Havertz says us. Okay, I see you like you're a Havertz disciple. You have every right to be. So, Roger, coming to you, do you agree with Bobby's explanation of his selection for the two centre-backs?
Entirely. I know it's shocking. Mm-hmm. I know. But yes.
Exactly can you elaborate as to why that is the case?
Well, he explained it specifically and properly for the simple reason Koulibaly hasn't played in over a month, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you're going to need to adjust to game time, and what better way than in the Premier League? Mm-hmm. Because it's usually faster than the average than playing in the Champions League. So that will get him up to speed. And also, just to get game time, match fitness, very important. Badiashile, even though he won't be playing next week because Silva will come in the Champions League, mm-hmm. He has been playing very stable. And I think he offers great aerial protection as well as a wide array of passing.
What do you like the most about his aerial ability?
Well, the fact that his placement, he knows, he reads, he's in line. If you watch, he's in line with the back line. He's never too far away or too near his partner, his centre-back, which is invariably Silva. He's disciplined in that regard. And also, he doesn't just head it down to an opponent. He heads it specifically in an area where
to his teammate. Usually he
Yeah,
lands on the
teammate or out
yeah.
and out in an area that there is no
I'm
one.
not sure how he does that. And again, that was one of the first thing I picked up about him
Yeah, I
when I
noticed
heard that
that
was serious
also.
about signing him.
I noticed that also. It's quite evident. So I'm really pleased. Listen, winning a header or losing a header is one thing, okay? Because you can get an elbow in the back or whatever. But it's where you place yourself as a defender. And he's always it's no coincidence that Silva is in the right place at the right time each and every single game. There's no coincidence. It's because he can read the ball. And for this gentleman, Badiashile, I forget his age, what, 22 or something?
Let me check for you.
He's playing beyond his years for his placement. He's playing like a veteran, and he's certainly not. So I've got it here, Coach. Don't worry, I'll look it up.
No. I'll look at it. Go ahead. As you're talking, I'll get it for you.
And so basically, he's exhibiting. So I found it. He's 21 years old and 10 months. Wow, he's a fetus.
But you think he's 26?
Yeah, plus he's playing beyond his years, and I mean this seriously. I'm pleasantly surprised. You know. Yeah. I thought he would be playing like this come next year with experience. You know. And you expect errors, and don't be surprised if he does make a few errors in this season, because it's only natural. But so far, he hasn't put a foot wrong for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
So because of the fact that unfortunately Badiashile cannot play in the Champions League next week, and the fact that Koulibaly hasn't played in a long time, it only serves to reason, assuming they're both healthy, that this will be our back two. I'm not sure whether Koulibaly would be playing on the left, or would it be Badiashile?
I'm not sure either, but here's why I think Badiashile will play on the right. If it's a hybrid approach, I don't know if I've seen Badiashile in the back three, but he's been there because we've always played with a hybrid approach. Whenever we attack, he's usually on the left and Thiago Silva on the right. But I'm not sure. I think the position don't really matter. But quickly, I wanted to say, I've always argued when we had Andreas Christensen that he's the most likely to seamlessly slot into that Thiago Silva's leadership mantle for the back line. Yeah. I think Badiashile is even more perfect.
Yeah.
He's even more perfect to seamlessly slot into that Thiago Silva role. And I think probably you could argue that's one of the reasons why the club want to keep Thiago Silva even for one more season. So that, because if you look at all the players we have, yes, again, what's his name? Fofana is good on the ball. Chalobah is also good on the ball. Fofana is also good at carrying the ball. Chalobah sometimes can be, but none of them is as calm as Badiashile.
For his age, especially.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting to see how he does without Silva. So if he doesn't look like the same player, then this obviously screams to the fact that it's Silva's leadership also. So let's see what transpires. I'm really interested in this back line more than any other position, actually.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just I can't wait for this game tomorrow. I really can't.
I can't wait. I think we at least we have enough players to blow them out of the water if we can. But the truth is, the fact that they quite a few of them haven't played with the team for a long time makes that's a huge difference. If you haven't, people, please keep dropping the likes on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you have, more importantly, the likes do go a long way. Let's see what he has again. Pep will be fined for 2.5 years. Allegri got the same, but this is Premier League. Fined for 2.5 years for doing what? I want to know. Again, the Man City case is not going to be resolved anytime soon. No. Oh yeah, they're gonna hire quite a lot of lawyers.
Coach,
the case with them. Yeah.
Most experts are saying it could take years. So.
Sorry?
Most experts are saying that this could drag out for a couple of seasons.
Oh, yeah. And we know that. We know that. That's no joke. Please, again, I appeal to you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and help us get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We have 9,956 subscribers right now. We're not far away from getting to 10,000. We can get there even today, but only if you're watching and you decide, again, give it a shot. Subscribe. And if you don't like what you see, you can always unsubscribe. But please at least drop a like on the stream to help us reach more people. 4231 is spot the ball formation. But he's mixed it up quite a lot since he joined us. He's used that with Brighton and will use it at Chelsea. But at Brighton, I think he used predominantly a three at the back structure, if that makes sense. I think I need to watch that Ty's video again, Ty Talks YouTube channel. Koulibaly and Badiashile, that combo is the worst. That's a sinking ship again. Pepe Tiagas, either Silva and Koulibaly or Badiashile and Silva. I think I don't see him risking Silva on that day. Badiashile on the left, okay, you think? But let's see again. Let me just humor you. But I don't think the position really matters. Let's do that. Badiashile on the left, Koulibaly on the right. Because he's left-footed, right? And Koulibaly is why haven't I been paying attention? This what right?
They're both left-footed. They're both left.
They're both left-footed. Okay. Again, I am on a bit of a delay. But why did Bobby say we would go with Fofana over Chalobah if he isn't injured? He should again feel hard done. Would you want to respond to that quickly if you're there, Bobby? Roger, Bobby. You want to respond on behalf of your gang member?
Gang member. If he isn't, not really. Listen, price tag. A player cannot choose and is not responsible for the price tag.
Sorry, I won't interrupt you, Roger.
No, go for it. Drop.
When I'm working and I'm on the platform, I have to apologize. Sometimes it takes me to finish something and then run back and try and unmute.
No worries.
But I am around. If I'm not around, I'll let you know if I'm going to go.
But again, Roger is a capable deputy in case you're too busy. But go ahead.
Deputy is the boss.
Not at all. Drop, Bobby. Go for it. Answer the question.
Go ahead. Can you see the comment on the screen?
Oh, I'm on a bit of a delay. But why did Bobby say we would go with Fofana over Chalobah if he isn't injured but should hard done or injured? He should feel hard done. I'm not sure what he means by that. I didn't say Fofana over Chalobah. Fofana's just coming back from injury, and I wouldn't expect him to start. I don't even expect him to start against Dortmund, although he'll be very suited for that game. I was referring to Detro Fofana starting as the striker.
And Asma, sorry that the machine is deleting your messages. It's because you're using all caps and because you're using more than mixing up emojis with all that. Apologies. I'll find a way to take care of that. Okay, again, I hope that answers your question. Mudryk, Felix, Ziyech, and Alba up front. I don't think Alba gets to play tomorrow. It wouldn't make any sort of sense, but I'll be surprised if he does. Again, for the Casio, okay, play Ziyech as 10. Like David Silva again in Manchester. I don't think he plays. Ziyech gets to play as a 10. If anything, he plays on the flanks tomorrow. I'll be surprised. Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm so happy to be here. I had busy days. I miss you guys. We miss you too, Asma. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. And apologies that the machine deleted your messages. It's a machine. It's not a human being. And I really do not know how to reprogram it to not to do that. Again. We are so near 10,000. Common people, make it happen. 10,000 subscribers. And remember, once that happens, $100 giveaway for students and students only. Then we'll find a way to compensate non-students soon as possible. Kepa again, Badia, Sheila Silva, James Kukurea, Kova, Enzo Felix, Stalin, Noni Madueke, and Fofana. Please, again, avoid using all caps so the machine doesn't time you out. Formation 4-2-3-1. I think, again, majority carries the votes. We got that. From those again, Chalobah is more suited to the right, better. Okay, to the right back. You say you mean red back position, or you mean right hand side of the? Again, I'm not sure. Badiashile again. Barcelona will sell Rafinha, and again, end of season because of their financial constraint. Again, La Liga has already refused to register Marcos Alonso as a Barca player.
Really?
He's playing as a centre back for them. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand the situation quite well. But again, we're here to talk Chelsea. We have Madueke, so we don't need Rafinha. No, again, if the club signs Rafinha, I think the fans will revolt. We are heading in a direction where Potter will be confused as again who to choose. That's a good thing to have, really. The formula again to play two to that mathematics will not be mathematician. I think you must be an English student, really. I don't know how he constructed, but it's very enjoyable to read. Again, how can I join the live stream? Again, Hamza, again, you have to message me via Twitter. And here's the rule. Message me via Twitter, and you have to stay on camera for at least 1 minute just to ID you. We're avoiding, again, I don't want to go into that again. There's been occasions where fellow content creators invited somebody on the panel, and then they played an X-rated sound in some videos, and their channel got shut down. I was in Africa when it happened to two of my friends. So when I came back, they told me about it. Again, my kid told me about his when I was still in Africa, actually. So I don't want to see that happening. I have a structure in place as to how I can avoid that. Again, a 2-layer way of sending links, but I'm not ready to use that right now. 4 years investigating and 4 years to challenge. It's a total of 8 years. Bringing City to justice. Just again, be handed a 15 points deduction, and let's face it, they won't relegate City by then. Again, yeah, I think this makes sense. It will go. Again, you see how he broke it down, Roger?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they will challenge it, and again, if they have any sort of objection, or how do I phrase it? I'm not into law. Again, Roger is Potter's lawyer, so probably he understands that better than I do. It takes time. That's the overall argument there, and it makes sense. That's a delicious comment, by the way. Enzo to assist Felix tomorrow. Let's see that happen. I have 2 more again, Prems and possibly a UEFA Champions League. Definitely worth taking the risk. Okay, let's see. Greetings from Kenya, brother. Gonna keep up the good work. Let's go to 500 likes again for our Niger brother. Wow, Luigi Pellegrini wants 500 likes. It's possible. I wouldn't say no. It's a prophecy from a brother. Again, defense, Kepa and Badiashile and who? Kovacic and Enzo and Felix. Kovacic isn't fit, if that makes sense. Again, put Chalobah in there. We will have aerial threat in that defense. Again, our women team beat West Ham 7-0, and I hope our men team, again, do like that too. There will be more. You could say they'll be in a fighting spirit, because that was, again, seriously embarrassing. But Yashile and Koulibaly is a very bad, no experience. Let's see what happens, but I think that's what we're going to see tomorrow, probably. I think Sterling and some other players like Alba, I'm not going to read that. We're always hearing people giving out about not playing Cobham boys, and we have the perfect chance to pick one for this game. But again, I am not seeing people take the choice of Chalobah, right centre back. Okay. Maybe should we give those in the chat the opportunity? Love the channel from Jamaica, Chelsea for life. Again, Akim Frankson, thank you so much. Wagwan, brother. I hope you're doing well. Heights, Bob Heights, brother. Much love. And thank you so much for joining. Graham Potter on Aubameyang's possible move to LAFC. Nothing to report. He's been training with us this weekend, training really well. A really good professional, supporting his teammate. That sounds like he may well starting tomorrow.
Oh, God.
No, to be honest, a press conference Sterling out for tomorrow. Oh, thank God. Got kicked in training. It's too soon for Kovacic. Yeah, I'm happy for the...
Wow.
Yeah, I'm happy. As much as it's not a good thing to readjust in that, but I'm just happy he's not ready yet. But let's see who Graham Potter starts. But again, he's sounding like Aubameyang starts tomorrow. But I don't want that to happen. Sterling out. I'm so happy. This is the best channel ever. Smash the like button. Thank you so much, Chelsea Diehard. It's up again. It's one of the best because of the panelists and how we operate. It's about everybody. Nobody is, again, an expert here. We all learn from each other. I love to have, again, a speech on the channel about our team, bro. Just send me, again, a message via Twitter or Instagram. You can find the links on the About channel, again. And, yeah, you get a chance. Just be on. You have to be on camera for at least 1 minute. Misheard Bobby, again, thought he wanted to start Fofana in the defense. Okay, Sterling has just become a it's in my city move. Maybe more money, and that makes sense. So I'm going to come to those in the chat to ask them who pairs Badiashile. It only makes sense. But let's see. Here, Roger, I know you can agree. Who do we start there? Should we go for Bosingwa, Ivanovic, or who?
Bosingwa.
Right back.
Yeah, I don't want to see him play more than 60 minutes, though. I want him, and it all depends on how he responded to playing 60 minutes. 5-6 days ago? So I'm assuming that there's no setbacks, and he was able to cool down physically the next few days. So this has to be incremental, as far as I'm concerned. Because if you remember, it was a hyperextended knee, and there was damage to his knee. So
you don't think it starts?
No, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I don't want to see him play 90 minutes. I would like to see him play for, let's say, 45 to 60, no more. Simple as that. Because you've got to, insert him gradually. You can't just throw him in the deep end. He has to incrementally improve minute-wise. And obviously, look, when he played for 60 minutes, he was getting passed by William. No disrespect to William, even at his mature age, he has the potential to go past a lot of people. But James was very stagnant. He was very out of shape, it seemed. He's not match fit. And also, he's probably consciously or subconsciously very apprehensive with that leg too. So, let's be cautious. This is all I'm saying. So we should understand that man management is of the key. And if you noticed, I think the coaching staff did a great job with James, taking him off just, I think, 59th or 60th minute. And then also correspondingly giving Chilwell 5 to 10 minutes on the other side to bring him back into the fold in the small steps, let's just say. And that's what's needed from a recovery standpoint. That's all I'm saying. Don't take it for granted. He's not match fit yet. It showed, didn't it?
Yeah, it showed he wasn't match fit. But by now you think he'd be ready to start. But I don't know. I think we'll also ask those in the chat, but most likely they'll pick him over whoever else.
No, sure, but don't expect don't expect him to play the entire match. And or if he doesn't start, he probably comes in as a sub for 30 minutes in the second half. Does that make sense? Maybe as a recovery or in response to the first 60 minutes he played. That's all I'm countering. I'm being cautious here. That's all.
Yeah, but Bobby, what do you think about Reece James starting this game? Do you think there's a possibility? But we'll still ask those in the chat. But let's do our analysis. And
I think he will start. He's so important to the club that he's going to start, and I also think he should start. Remember, starting 11 these days really doesn't mean that much. You still have your 5 subs, and you can bring them on at any time. So I don't expect him to play the full 90 yet, but I expect him to at least play 60, and maybe Aspie come on for the rest. I hope Potter, if he's not leading or if he's not ahead, resists the temptation to play him for the full 90. But he has to start, more especially as from that team, somebody, I think in the chat somewhere I was yesterday, I can't remember now, they were saying that one of their concerns about dropping Thiago Silva was that there'll be no captain on the field. Well, Reece James is as good as a captain on the field. So without Dave or Silva, having Reece James around on that field starting is helpful to the team.
Okay, again, let's see what those in the chat has to say. Stalin, when he came to Chelsea, he just do hairstyle. Okay. Felix Mudryk Madueke penalty takers. I think the most likely, I know I get the argument about Kai Havertz, but I think James has proven he can be as cold as ice under pressure.
Oh, yeah.
James penalty. I think it will be James Kepa penalty. I don't know how Kepa is again. It's in penalty taken. Mudryk and Felix is not finishes. Let's see what we have again. Please, I want to see Mountain Kai drop tomorrow. No hard feelings again. Them, but they are not pulling their damn weight. Akeem Frankson, thank you so much for saying that. Again, if you're watching, if you haven't, do take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please, the likes do go a long way. We're inching closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers, and you want to be part of that history. And I'm telling you again, once we get there, we'll do $100 giveaway for students and students only. Then we'll find a way to compensate non-students. Ziyech should also drop to the bench. Let's see what the manager does tomorrow. It will be the potential problems because Mudryk and Felix are not finishes. I think you underrate Mudryk, you underrate Felix, but let's see what happens. We'll find out. Just remember you said this. Hope that Havertz will serve us tomorrow. Okay, you were just laying the foundation to say this about your main guy, the guy you like the most, Eugene Naughty. James will play 60 minutes. I think that makes sense. James is starting. Frank Darko, nice to see you. Frank Darko, can you please tell me where you're from? I really want to know. We're happy with great expectation. We are done with Chelsea win. Say if you miss the ball, please say about the Cameroonian national team. So yeah, again, you're well acquainted with African football, I'm guessing. I came to again would be Mudryk. Okay, we'll get that. That's okay. Let me not just.
Coach, you're going in and out, Coach.
Sorry?
You're going in and out with static.
Is it still static? Can you still hear static sound?
No,
okay.
It's fine now.
Okay, let me know if it continues long. Again, long time. Again, I saw Bro Kim. Akeem Frankson, thank you so much. I appreciate you subbing. You subbed long time ago, but this is probably the first time you've been in the chat. Let me know. But Wagwan, big up to you once more. Again, no on the just for goals. Let's see. Cobra joins us. Big up Cobra, morning coach and Roger. Big up everyone in the chat. I hope you're doing well, Cobra. I just hope Felix won't collect another record. I don't think he will. If anything, he'll be more cautious now. No underrate Mudryk and Felix. Just say we need also again one more of that's the truth. Thank you. I understand your point. Let's not overcook up front. Let's mix it up a bit. I think it makes sense. Again, first speaking in the chat. Again, because I do literally know everyone that participates in the chat. But that's by the way, Akeem. More importantly, you're part of again the chat now. So Roger on the left, your choice there, and I think those in the chat have picked Chalobah to pair Badiashile. So we're gonna go with Chalobah, but I don't think it will be Chalobah. But let's just do what those in the chat wants done because it's democracy here.
That's no. So listen, Koulibaly could come on in the second half for 30 minutes.
But I really do think he starts with Badiashile because of experience.
Exactly.
So I'm still gonna do my shots, the predicted line of shots. I'm not going to start a Chalobah really, but I'll change it because of those in the chat, and it doesn't look like it would change to something else.
Sure, I still think that's nonsensical, though. I really do.
Well, yeah, they're entitled to their opinion. So left back, what do you think?
Oh, we're dictatorial here, Coach. You know that. There is no democracy. I'm just kidding.
Just go ahead, Roger. Please go ahead. I want to hear it. Yeah, I think Koulibaly starts too, but they say majority carries the vote. And when I do my predicted lineup shots, I think I'll use Koulibaly. But go ahead.
Chairman, coach, come on. Player 4, let me see. I think it's going to be Cucurella in all likelihood because obviously, I mean, Hall could, but I doubt it. I think.
I don't think Hall. If it's a left wing back approach, if it's a 3 at the back with wing backs, then you could say Hall start, but I don't see Hall starting as a left back. Yeah, but go ahead.
Unless there's injuries to both of them, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Chilwell is nowhere near match fitness and ready to come back, so it has to be Cucurella.
How long has he been training? And he came on what time last game? So that comes into play.
I think in the 83rd minute, somewhere around there.
Yeah, but go ahead with what you're saying.
So it looks like it's going to be Cucurella in all likelihood.
Okay, let's find out what those in the chat thinks. So for the 2-6s here, I think this is not going to be that simple. But let's start with Enzo here.
I beg to differ.
Just quickly, who pairs him? Who do you think pairs Enzo there?
It's possible Ruben could, but I doubt it. He's not match fit either. I think it has to be
Is
Gallagher.
he that's injured still? Let's look at it.
No, but he's match fitness coach. He hasn't played in such a long time.
But hasn't he been training for a while?
Yeah, but
you don't think he'll be ready tomorrow?
Yeah, but coach, there's a difference between match speed.
Yeah, I understand. But go ahead. Go ahead. What you're saying.
Okay, I know you understand. No, I'm kidding. So it's obvious. I believe it's going to be Gallagher. So far, he seems to have nailed down that spot, so to speak, based on the fact that Kovacic is out, Kante's out, Ruben's out. So he seems the natural fourth string, literally. So it's Gallagher. This is how depleted we are, coach.
Yeah. So you think it's going to be Gallagher?
Affirmative.
Okay, we're going to ask what are other options because we have to do a poll here.
Mendy.
Bobby, just quickly from you, Bobby. In this structure, who do you think pairs Enzo in the midfield? Again, if we're going by this structure,
I would like Gallagher, but I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion that
I'm just going to write vote here intentionally because I'll bring in those in the chat. So go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
Roger speaks of match fitness, but in season, where do you get your match fitness from? From playing matches.
Sure.
So I have a feeling because of all the available walking wounded, because Ruben is around. I think he's been training. I've even seen what's his name training, Zakaria training. So I think he may choose to start Ruben with bringing Gallagher off the bench. I really do.
Generally, though, wouldn't you start like a Gallagher, and then because Ruben hasn't played in a long time after recovering from an injury, wouldn't you then introduce him for like 15 to 30 minutes initially in the first game back, and then the second game, elongate that trial?
That's ideal. That is probably the best way to go, but you have to consider a lot of things. The beginning of a game is often important. Are West Ham going to come and try with their usual bully tactics? If they are, then Ruben will be ideal. I'm not saying Enzo. Enzo is not J5. He doesn't need protecting, but he needs supporting. I think it's grossly unfair for us to just leave him there. He will do it. He's a tough boy, but he will just be overwhelmed, and it's just not right. So
and they bring it. This is a true traditional London derby where we stick the boot in. It's going to be brutal.
Oh boy, West Ham more so than anybody else.
Of course,
they're more physical than any other of the London
traditionally
clubs.
Against. Yeah, I agree.
So okay, Gallagher and then Ruben later on in the second half, possibly.
That's my logic.
Doesn't
mean it's correct. Yeah.
It's hard to say. That's why we're not on the sideline with Potter, isn't it?
Speak for yourself. Yeah. No, just kidding.
And again, if you're watching, if you haven't, let us know. Again, the press conference has been on for a while now. Has it ended already?
It's the video side has ended. I only got the tail end of it, to be honest, where he was talking about the European Super League.
We knew that was going to come back, and it looks like it's structured in a way that a lot of clubs would be tempted to participate. It actually hasn't been about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We were saying it will come back, and it will come back. They will structure it in a way that a lot of people won't shy away from it. A lot of clubs won't. And now it doesn't look. Yeah.
Even this format isn't going to be taken seriously, but it's slightly more acceptable than the other one, and it will form a discussion. Yeah, the only thing that's putting people off is that the desperation of the financial situation of Barcelona and Juventus
Yes.
because it's quite clear that they are the two entities
Well,
pushing
there's
this.
three of them. There's
Well,
Real
even
Madrid,
more so than Real
Barca.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Real Madrid are there pushing, but not as hard as those two. Those two are desperate for this.
Yes,
Desperate
because the
they
Premier
need the
League is a
money.
juggernaut, and they can't
Yeah.
compete. They cannot
All right.
compete.
All right. Thank you guys again. Something we're missing here. I think I see Graham Potter playing Lewis Hall alongside Enzo. I suspect that's a possibility. With Enzo
If he
being
tries
the more
that, we'll be
disciplined.
completely flattened.
You think?
Yes.
But let's see.
It's too
Let's see
early in
what
his
happens
career.
until it happens tomorrow. Again, I heard
big enough,
he played him
whatever.
against Man City. He started centrally again, and he did well, really.
Yeah, you
And he
can
was
do that
coming for.
against
He
Man
was open
City,
again,
but-
always available for the ball. But let's see
no,
what he does. We don't have. There's no predicting what Graham Potter does. We can
height,
again.
coach.
Yeah.
Height. It matters. Height.
Okay.
can't
Yeah,
have
you think
a
he
moderate-
considers that in the midfield area? They think he considers that.
He'll be a fool if he doesn't. You
Okay,
can't
I
have
get-
Enzo, who's moderate,
5'10".
with another midfielder who is small to moderate, unless they are exceptional. Even Barcelona, when they had Xavi and Iniesta, they
Oh,
backed
wow.
them up with Busquets for height. So, and
All right, I think
Barca,
it makes sense, but given what we have, I think he may well go for him. Gallagher isn't the tallest either. If anything, Hall is taller than Gallagher. Somebody please check for us.
no,
No, he's not.
Is
he's
not?
not. No,
No.
Did somebody check
Gallagher's-
who's taller than the other? Check.
I'll do it.
Gallagher's taller than Hall.
But you're basing this judgment based on what you're seeing. You haven't looked it up.
That's
No,
usually a
I've
good
seen-
thing, coach. Yeah.
Gallagher's taller than both.
It's like Shaq.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal is usually generally taller than me based on my
No,
eyes. Yes?
sometimes again, built and how bulky
I'm
somebody
joking,
is.
Coach.
And how about and the build of somebody can actually make you think they are taller. So,
Coach,
if you're in the
I'm
chat, can
checking
you
right
check
now.
for us Gallagher and again Lewis Hall, who's taller? Please do check for us. I heard the club wants to send Santos on loan. Is that true? No. The club's first priority is to get him a work permit. They want to keep him. They don't want to send him out on loan. But again, if it comes again, if he doesn't get a work permit, that's the only time that happens. Kuku will be there. I think so too. But let's see. I'd like to see a Badia Sheila and Chalobah centre back pairing. Sorry.
And Hall?
Gallagher is 182 centimeters. Oh, he's shorter than me.
Well, he's over 6 foot, isn't it?
It says 182 centimeters.
Can you go by foot? I'm not doing the conversion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 182.
So it's 5'11".
Oh,
No, 183 is. 183 is.
Okay, and Hall.
82.
I'm looking.
Not
Hold
84.
on. Yeah. Hall's not listed on the website. Why not?
But you can find how tall he is somewhere else.
I'm going to.
I'd like to see Badia Sheila and Chalobah. So let me know when you're ready to say again that Chalobah and pairing again of futurely. That's the
Lewis
first time
Hall
I've
is
seen this.
178. It's
Uh,
marginal, but
Yeah.
you know.
I
then a
actually
Fofana swap. Go ahead.
So I thought Gallagher was like 184 to 186.
So who's the
So-
taller of the two?
Gallagher.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, he's not the tallest,
No.
but he's better than not having. You know, you try and
And
try
you also have to
match
check
these people.
his aerial ability. That comes into play too, but we don't have good enough sample to say which of the two is more effective aerially. Look, but for instance, Chilwell isn't the tallest, but he's a monster aerially.
He's got
Hall and
hops.
Enzo are the same height, 178.
Okay.
Wow, really?
So again, Chalobah again is the most experienced and will take over from Silva. I think in terms of how he's playing again approach, I don't think he'd be the one to take over from Silva. Maybe if Badia Sheila isn't vocal enough, but sometimes you don't even need to be vocal to lead. It's how you distribute the ball. You can lead by your playing again, your approach to the game. You can lead with that, which you can say that's what Silva has done mainly at Chelsea, because a lot of the players there don't speak French, and he doesn't speak English. Again, Hall is very technical, but his defensive ability can be, I get that, and I know that too. Chalobah is a natural centre back of the three, and also has more Premier League experience than Koulibaly. Yep, okay, that argument makes sense. How much did we pay for Cucurella?
62 million golf
No,
balls.
did you read that well?
What do you say?
Cuckoo hair.
Cuckoo chair.
Okay. I want to go to him. I don't want to read that. Cuckoo will be there if Chalobah is playing. Okay, that makes sense. Cucurella Chilwell is 50-50 on the poll for left back. Really? Oh, Chilwell 55 is changing 29 votes. I think that changes. Let's see, let's be rounding up soon. We want early substitution from the coach. Yeah, if need be, I would take Cucurella because Chilwell is not fit these days, and we're not sure how fully fit he is. Main natural right back. Okay. Again, Gallagher should play. Again, we need more defensive features against West Ham. Is he? No, I don't. He's just a makeshift again. 6 if he plays in that position for the fact that again he's the only one that's capable at least running and running after people and stopping them. Sorry, Bobby.
Then both Zakaria and Ruben are 191.
Oh, they're very tall. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So
Really?
we'll find out from those in the chat. I think if Ruben is fully fit, I think he starts alongside Enzo. That would be a good balance. Enzo will be more disciplined. Yeah, if he's fit. Yep. Again, Enzo with Kovacic pairing again is more secure, but Kovacic isn't fit. Is he? Let me know. RLC Enzo again. RLC better than Chalobah. What's going on with Silva? Because probably most likely he will play in the Champions League, so it would make sense to rest him in this game if that makes sense. Let's say Nizaki and Salah. Expect Gallagher to play with Enzo tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I think Kova and Enzo will be amazing. I think so too. Again, Ruben should be play as right wing back. He's played there. He's done well, but I don't think we don't know if he's fit or not. Again, if you watch
now,
sorry,
is Kova fit?
No,
no, Kova isn't fit for sure.
Late February.
If he was, mid-February. Definitely start.
So let's see.
Of height.
Yeah, so guys, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Sorry, I can't get everything. I enjoy reading your contributions, but if I keep doing that, that's the only thing I do until the show ends. So maybe I'll be highlighting it, but I want to get to the very bottom as soon as possible. Again, Ian, I would really prefer Dr. Fafana. I think, again, we're going to start them. Even if those in the chat thinks otherwise, we'll override that one. So let's go number 10. I think everybody on the panel can agree. Felix?
Yes.
Joao Felix, it's always good to say his name fully. Saying one of them sounds like talking about someone else. Anybody else think otherwise on the panel?
Negative.
Okay, negative. Again, 60% out of 35 votes thinks Chilwell should start left back. So I'm going to end it. It's a good sample size. So Chilwell here, and I think it may well happen. Maybe Cucurella, he prefers to play Cucurella in the Champions League. I don't know. But we'll find out tomorrow. Is that how you spell his name? That's fine. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to ask those in the chat. Roger, can you make a case for Madueke to start here? Right wing.
Mudryk?
No, right wing. Can you make a case for Madueke?
Madueke, yes,
Madueke,
for sure.
the young Englishman.
Yeah, of course, definitely. But because of the fact, he's not in
I expect a very strong case from you because you're a lawyer.
No, seriously.
And you're already starting with Exhibit A. Good.
Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Roger.
Out of all our acquisitions this last 2 transfer windows, he's my favorite acquisition. I would be shocked in X amount of years' time he doesn't exceed my expectations. So I think because he's not in the Champions League squad for next week, he's going to start ahead of Ziyech, for instance. And I think what he did coming on against Fulham, I think, cemented and reinforced the fact that he should start. Even though he's very young, true, he may come on as a sub yet again for 30 minutes or so, but I thought he exhibited everything you want. He can get to the byline, cross with his right foot, because of the fact he's not so left foot dominant. He's excellent. He has every single characteristic that you would want in a young player. Speed, strength, height, dribbling ability especially. He's very technical. I can't
And
believe.
just quickly, Roger, who are the names you mentioned out of the pairing options for Enzo in the midfield? We mentioned Gallagher. We mentioned Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Who else is available?
Mendy. I have no idea.
That's the two of them. That's it.
We're thin, coach. We're very
we're thin there. So that's the two of them. But go ahead.
Yeah, so midfield, I can't Carney, I guess, but he's a number 8. You know, it's Hall
We'll
is a
solve that
possibility.
argument for him. So, but
yeah,
here's the thing. Go ahead, Roger. I'll be back just in 30 seconds, please.
So I think Noni Madueke, I think, would be absolutely perfect to start. I understand that he's still very new to the team and he's very young. You know, he's not exactly in his prime. He's got so many more years to reach his prime. So, I just think, I don't know about you, Bobby, but I rate him very highly.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I'm pretty. I can almost see the sense in him starting, to be honest.
Yes,
if that's
ditto.
the right way to express
ditto.
it. Because of the midweek game, it just seems logical. I don't know. Somebody said that Sterling is out for tomorrow. Is he?
Yeah, that's what someone said also. Apparently, he got kicked in training. He picked up a knock in training.
I'm struggling to believe that one.
Yeah,
because I would probably see him start on the left. But anyway, that aside, Noni starting on the right it's almost logical.
Yes.
With Ziyech on standby on the bench, maybe to come on later, because it's more likely he will start Ziyech against Dortmund.
Yeah, or Sterling on the right versus
Yep.
Dortmund.
Yeah,
so you're right. This is the logic to me, because why take a risk right now of getting someone hurt? And you know what? I think Noni solidified his position, not so much as a starter, but the fact that I'm sure the coaching staff had reviewed the tape from the Fulham game and must have been very much impressed. I've seen the game twice, and I came away being even more impressed than the live viewing of that game. I don't know about you, but I thought he exceeded my expectation. And I've seen so much tape of him historically in his short playing career, and he plays exactly in that Fulham game. He plays exactly like he has done on tape. He's a good catch, in my opinion. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Sorry, coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby, make your argument. I think it looks like you were ready to make a case for Noni Madueke.
Yeah, he did.
No, there's no argument. I think Roger said it all, really. He should start. He's not playing midweek. There's nothing really to keep him on the bench. It's the left side where we have both possibilities of Sterling and Mudryk. We have both possibilities of them playing next week. I don't know how far Pulisic's recovery is going, but I haven't even seen him in any of the training
Pulisic
videos.
returns, let me see, again, in a week or 2 weeks. I think we looked at that.
Yeah,
but go
you
ahead.
can see this injury thing was really very bad. And, the guys aren't back yet. Yeah, we're still
And it's not just the
suffering
injury,
from
it's getting back into full match fitness. That's
Exactly.
the second phase. So therefore, Your Honor, I rest my case.
Yeah, Pulisic returns early match.
Wow.
Yeah, here's the thing. If Potter feels like, that West Ham will attack us, if he feels like they will attack us and there will be speed in behind that defense, I think he starts Ziyech. You could say Ziyech struggled because Fulham, they were tight.
You don't get any faster than Madueke.
Yeah, no, it's not about speed. Here's what I'm trying to explain. If you feels like there's spacing behind them for somebody to orchestrate the pass across the field from the right hand side to the left, that's Ziyech for you. But I think Madueke should start, because no matter how you play, if you defend deep, he never shies away from taking on the opposition players. So he will be more effective than Ziyech, actually.
He has upper body strength.
Yeah. More importantly, his abilities are to beat the defense. And he likes to, again, he's not into passing the long balls. He runs with the ball. again, I think we saw how effective it was in that game.
He's very direct, coach.
Very direct. Yeah.
The only problem I had with him was he clearly has a lot to learn about backtracking.
Sure.
He was his defensive game wasn't
naive.
It wasn't impressive.
Yeah, again, Gallagher wears high. I want to go to heaven. Please stop doing this to me.
Oh, that's brutal.
And I'm not going to read it, really.
That's bloody brutal.
Gallagher wears high heel football boots, and he certainly plays like it. Now you're gonna make me to be watching him whenever he plays. Please, I want to go to heaven. Don't do that to me. Logitech again. We should drop a VAT mount, and if we have a replacement for Gallagher, Cuckoo hair again, we better change them. We're going to be solid. Here's the thing: if we do a poll, if we go by polls, I don't think you'd see Gallagher on this pitch. But again, even though Loftus-Cheek, there's a chance he's not fully fit. You can see people picked him 62% over Gallagher, even though the manager will most likely start Gallagher here tomorrow if he goes with a 6-6, if that makes sense. But I would thinking he's going to go with this something similar to this structure to accommodate the 10. He may not be 4-2-3-1, but he's going to structure it in a way that he accommodates Joao Felix as a 10, if that makes sense. I'm not sure because Graham Potter is predictably unpredictable, if that makes sense. Zero again, Havertz will serve us again. It comes down to what goes in the chat. Once Enzo and Lewis Hall, I thought that too. Why didn't I add Lewis Hall to that option? Why didn't I add Lewis Hall? Do you think I should do that?
Sure. I don't see why not. But
sorry, you don't see why not? Let's redo that, right? Okay, left wing here. I will redo that and add Lewis Hall to that option because there's a chance he gets ahead of Loftus-Cheek given fitness wise. Left wing here, using maybe Maluda has that. Who do you think, Roger?
Mudryk.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. He starts again.
Assuming he's healthy, he's not. How shall I put?
He's been training?
Yeah, but he had a head cold before, so I'm assuming he's fully recovered.
Yeah, I think so too. You would think so, Bobby. You want to add anything to that one? But go ahead, Roger. You can talk about. Okay, we've made the argument for right wing, and we think it's going to be Madueke, right?
Yes, I really believe.
Yeah, it should be him.
It should be him. And for left wing, Mudryk, I see him. I see him starting. As simple as that. Listen, he's young. He's tough. He's got speed, obviously. But he's actually in the Champions League squad, so this is good. Also, it's good. He's young enough and fit enough to play 2 games.
When you think that's a reason, but go ahead with what you were saying.
Well, who else will play on the left if not for him? I mean, because Sterling isn't available. Who else? Where's the depth on the left?
That's where your likes of Mount come in. Mount, I think he can do a job, but yet again, we're having him pushed around all over the place.
I would say Carney is the option.
Carney, yeah, he's the logical one.
You think?
Yes.
He's played.
If you're going to bring Carney in, if Mudryk isn't playing, then most likely Felix goes to the left and Carney comes central.
Whatever.
Yeah, but
I see Carney more on the left.
He says whatever.
Whatever. That's true. No, I see Carney on the left, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, it will be whatever Trevor.
Yeah, it needs must, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you find that Mudryk either needs a rest or can't play it, Carney will have to come in. And yes, if good thing about Joao Felix is that I suspect he can play all the way across the front line.
Yes.
So
have him
on the left.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, so we can have him on the left. That's a blessing, so long as he's fit and ready. You know, these
and assuming, don't forget that there's also Kai and Mount. I know I'm going to get verbally castrated for this, but they could start, one of them or both of them could start in any three of these positions.
yes, yes, that's true.
Hypothetically, they're not out of the equation. Let's put it this way: they're both match fit.
That's
So,
true. And
and
even
I
Fofana
think,
drifts around, doesn't he?
yeah,
He goes left and right and so.
I think whoever starts is really not that important for the most part up front, midfield and up front for the most part, because they're going to be subbed anyway. And there's
Yes.
a strong possibility they're going to play close to 50% of the minutes, or at least 60-40, let's say. So it's really, I mean, we should actually include people underneath the starters, the rotational players, because they are just as vital and integral to this team going forward in this
Yeah,
match.
okay. I think we may have time enough to say, okay, who starts if
I'm
this
just
guy
saying
doesn't start.
I'm just saying logically. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And again, the New York guys in the house, Keshan, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. And
New
guys,
York
apologies,
guy.
I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. I'm not going to be able to get everything. Let me see any contributions from the New York guy. Havertz and had chances and couldn't finish. Again, he's not the striker. We have Fofana. It wouldn't make sense to start Havertz as number 9. I don't think we should actually argue that. I think this,
I hope
okay,
not.
1-0 Chelsea. Leo up again, motivation. I hope we do that. Let's see anything else to read here. Trying to do something isn't better than making it happen. Oh, yeah. Again, that's a solid argument. Mudryk, Felix, Noni. How many goals again has Ziyech scored this season compared to Havertz? I don't know. You count. You let us know. I don't have time to do that. Mathematics coach. Again, you or Chelsea Fan TV needs to reschedule in future because I cannot watch both in the same time. Chelsea Fan. Who's Chelsea Fan TV? What channel is that? Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Okay, we'll see. Maybe we'll work together again. Stalin is already getting injured again. He's not. Did he have a setback? Is that what he's saying? From press conference, Stalin will be out again. Wow. So yeah, a setback. Go ahead. You were saying something, Roger.
Apparently, he picked up a knock in training.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing there. Stalin out injured in training again. I prefer Ziyech to come on as a sub. He probably sucks by then. If you want to give him a chance, just start him. If he comes in as a sub, it doesn't look good. Just give up again on Havertz. It's not the guy. He will leave next season. It's better to try give Fofana more experience. I think if you're talking about a 9th position, I think Fofana starts. Stalin is lazy, and from now on, he will be a squad depth. If he's fit enough, don't be surprised, Phil. Graham Potter will be starting him in a lot of games, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have again. We're buying a lot of players because of, again, Super League. I think Bali agrees with Super League. We've had that conversation before. There's a chance that, again, you don't know, but let's see what happens, really. What do we have here? I agree. The guy can take the ball and go forward. Defender, again, wow. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, guys. Anybody here? RFC is a safe pick. I agree with you, but we're not sure how fit it is. But here's the thing. I think Graham Potter will prefer, Gallagher again, because RFC also counts as makeshift, in my opinion. But I think he'd prefer Gallagher for the amount of running he would do on the pitch, if that makes sense to you. But let's see what he does. Raheem Fells dribbling. And somebody has a spreadsheet of that. Valdo Antonio Potter out. Okay, let's see if that happens. You can all convince yourself, but Ziyech will leave first before Havertz. That's the truth. Again, he lives in the summer already. I would never start a player in any position that has not played a game in 2 months. Yeah, but those in the chat would do what they want. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. I'll try to get your subsequent contributions. We're running out of time here because it's a short one, and we started 1 hour late. A full time 0-0. GNA TV, Chelsea Fan TV. Oh, okay, I get it. Again, here's the thing, and if I'm being honest, you attend whatever show you want to attend. It's as simple as that. There are too many Chelsea content creators, and a lot start simultaneously. So you go to the one you enjoy the most. If that makes sense. Again, we're all doing the same thing, entertaining and educating the Chelsea fan base. So you go to the one you want. So now I remember, I don't know, again, I know I see them against streaming simultaneously and talking about each other. I didn't know they're part of it, if that makes sense. But that's, by the way, thank you so much. JNN TV along with Chelsea TV starts around 13. Yeah, let's see if we can work things out. But I don't think, again, if we can't, you attend the one you enjoy the most. There's no hard feelings. And that's the way it is. If we're going to try to, again, check the times that all the Chelsea TV content creators start, and it's a bit difficult for anybody to have a show. I don't think Potter is a guy. Potter out. John, you think so? Okay, we do analysis like this, and the lineup is totally different. Yeah, I agree with you, brother. If that makes sense. Again, I cannot remember when we created chances after chances in one game. You must have saved that, then copied it and pasted it again. Havertz will save us again. Again, if he saves us, I'll take it. Hello, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Greetings, coach. Gabriel Keita, greetings to you too. So let's see. The vote picks Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and he hasn't played for a while. I don't think it makes sense to put him again to pair him with Enzo. But the truth is, again, according to Bobby's argument, how do you gain match fitness? By playing the match. But I'd argue the Potter will most likely go with, again, prefer Gallagher giving energy. If you don't get that energy from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Roger, what do you think?
I mean, it's possible, but I think it depends how long a player has been playing with the squad and practicing. If he's just returned from an injury and has only been in Cobham training fully for a small amount of time, then no, he can't start. Conversely, if he's been back in training for a longer period of time, then there's a strong possibility he will be able to start. So I think that's what we should take into account also. Does that make sense, chaps?
Luigi, thank you for saying that. Again, yeah, it's about everybody here. And again, and respect to every other content creator. It's not easy to be one. Our players seem to be made of ice. We cannot go a week without an injury. We're becoming injury FC. Like somebody said, my friend, again, on Twitter said again, when we heard that Melo Gusto got injured, and then she said something along the line to the effect of, now indeed he's a Chelsea player. Forget here we go. When that player gets injured before joining us, that's when you know that's a Chelsea player indeed. Chelsea fan content creators are the greatest. Let's have it right. Thank you so much for saying that. That's what it is. Again, we're the greatest. Again, everybody has their approach, and they're all enjoyable, really, if we're being honest. That's just what it is. I will say it again. My own opinionated person. I'm my own opinionated person. I hate that word. I don't go with fans or what the world thinks of for the player. I can still say again that Reece James again and the best right back in the world, and it gets selected for it. Here's the thing: you have every right to say that if that's your case. So, Roger, let's go to number 9. To me, I think it's going to be Dacho Fofana. Your thoughts? Who do you think it would be that starts in that position?
Bettinelli, for sure.
And by the way, those in the chat, they picked Ruben Loftus-Cheek here. But I think most likely it will be Gallagher, but we go by the vote. Go ahead.
So, all joking aside, I hope it's not Pierre-Emerick. No disrespect to him. I really believe that Fofana should be given, because he's not in the Champions League squad also, correct? So you want to rotate. And because we're in two fronts, two tournaments, this is where you have a large squad compared to the, shall we say, not so larger teams. And thus you rotate. And this will be the perfect solution in the equation. This is part of the equation, and that's to rotate prior to a Champions League game. Most large squads, big teams do this. It would make perfect sense since he came on as a sub, and let's be honest, he didn't just play, but I thought he excelled. He played very well. The only thing he didn't do was put the ball in the back of the net. He showed everything you want from a number 9.
But you can argue it was a good save and all that. There's all the arguments, but again, give him credit.
No, I am. I am. No, not at all. That's not a detraction from his performance, in my opinion. for such a young person, that would be the only, I would say, knock against him is that he's so young. But as Bobby often says, and rightfully so, if you're good enough to play, regardless of your age, you should be playing. It's simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if he's 17, but is scoring a hat trick, so what? So what if he's 17? It's. I think he should play. I think he should start.
Mm-hmm.
I personally do. To have started him against Fulham, I would have thought would be too premature. But
Yeah,
he's
again, I
got
don't
some
think.
match fitness.
Yeah.
And
KB
he's
says,
experienced now, so he's not going to be nervous as much because now he's been blooded in, as they say. Sorry, coach.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because says I don't think Ruben Loftus-Cheek is start a player under circumstances. Please advise me whether to keep Mount and have Bat in my Premier League team. How do you fancy chances of them producing something tomorrow? There's no talent. You can say Mount, as much as I think he's a good player, he's been in awful form. Havertz, again, every now and then, you never know. He can score in any game. But again, as long as he starts, chances of him starting is there. Yeah.
Coach, I would be very surprised if both of them don't see any minutes tomorrow. Any minutes.
One of them will most definitely start.
Or not just start, but at least come on as a sub. If neither of them don't play a minute tomorrow, then I'll be shocked. Because I think at least one of them will come on as a sub, at the very least. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. That doesn't mean they warrant it. I just feel that will transpire.
Yeah, I agree with you. RLC can over Connor all day, but how much fit it is. But let's see what the manager does tomorrow. I still strongly believe that Conor Gallagher starts tomorrow over Ruben Loftus-Cheek because of his energy. I think the manager will probably go for that. What did we talk about? I totally forgot. You remind me, brother. I want to know. To me, it's Denzel Dumfries of International as the best right back in the world. Then it comes to Trent Alexander-Arnold, then Reece James. I will actually flip it, but you're entitled to your opinion. I'll flip it. Start from James. No, Trent, because Denzel is a better defender than Trent. Is actually last on the list. Except if you're talking about offensively, maybe.
You also have Hakimi.
Yeah, but let's leave that argument for another day. Please, keep liking the stream, guys. We have 118 likes. Let's get it to 120 and more as soon as possible. Once we get Bobby started, I think we'll call it a day. We've been linked with them friends for quite a while now, but I think that one, it's not going to happen, really. We don't need him anymore. It's a signing that wouldn't make any sort of sense. There's one guy on Chelsea TV, Don, I always agree with them about everything what he said. Really, you must like him that much. We were missing a quality player in the midfield for 3 years, and as soon as we signed Enzo, we sell Juggy. It is ridiculous. A lot of people argue that Jorginho would have been a good pairing with him. I think so to a certain extent, but I haven't really paid attention whether that would be the case. In the World Cup, in the world has the most number of players in midfield except Chelsea. That's true, KB. Thank you so much. Some contributions there, and I like it. I'd say that Fofana, but also give Alba some minutes, unless we are gonna completely banish Alba from the squad. Alba is actually on the verge. If he says yes, he's joining. If he says yes, he's joining LAFC. Let's see what we have again. Havertz from ahead. Okay, let's see again. The club trying to kick him out. I think the club is trying to kick Alba out. Really, if we're being honest. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe you could say that, or maybe just trying. I don't know how to say that, but we're not trying to kick him out entirely. We're just trying to keep him somewhere else in case he's not happy, because he can become a bad apple, like Roger put it yesterday. So it's better if he plays somewhere else. And if we're really trying to kick him out, then we'll terminate his contract. Yeah, because I get it. We'll be paying his salary for when he goes to LAFC.
No,
and all that.
Unless, coach, unless he violates a term in his contract. You can do something that could violate.
Then he owes the club money. If he violates it, then the club can say we don't want you anymore, and he owes the club money. Just like the case of Adrian Mutu, was that Mutu, who did drugs and all that. I remember that. He owed the club money for a while.
It doesn't have to be drugs. It could be like riding a motorbike, for instance. That could actually, because a lot of athletes in multiple sports aren't allowed to do like go, what is the term? Go parachuting or do exports that put your body in jeopardy. If he does one silly thing like ride a motorcycle, for hypothetically, his contract could be void if the owners wish to do that. So they could look at, and wish to terminate it on a multitude of things if they deem it fit. So they don't have to just cut him. They could terminate his contract based on the legality, for instance. There's multiple ways of doing it.
All right, guys, again, let's catch up there, get Bobby's thoughts and call it a day. I have to go take care of something. Have that, but give Fofana 15 minutes. That may well be what we'll see tomorrow. But again, I'd rather we start with, again, Fofana, if that makes sense. One of the questions of the house, it's Kami. Nice to see you, brother. I know how busy you are. Bills don't pay themselves, so I understand. All of us should be, so again, some baiting. We want Fofana there, but most likely, again, it's Havertz. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it is Fofana. And then we can say, woohoo, things have changed for good. Datro must start. Havertz needs a reminder to put the Cocoa Pops away. Rogers again, poor takes have spread to the comment section. Second yellow incoming. What I don't know what he's accusing you of, Roger.
I have no bloody idea. Sure. I think breathing.
Much love to you, brother. Again, I've gotten to know you. Again, I could say again, even you almost on a personal level, but much love to you. Coach, again, I need to make things again with yellow and red card. I think we should do that. Again, there's a show already designed. We haven't implemented that. We can something similar to last panelist standing. We vote panelists out. Yeah, we should do that. But I was cautious about doing it so people don't feel like, oh, okay, you're vilifying me or something like that.
It's a funny show, Coach. It's a funny show.
It's easy for some people to feel like that when you do that last panelist standing. Again, on the panelist, some people will feel like, oh, they don't like me. Again, we had to sell Jorginho, Enzo to wear number 5, and plus to make it sell and profit. Again, we recorded in our books. Yeah, to help balance the books. Havertz can now be my striker. The New York guy there. Yes, again, Adrian Mathieu was expelled for drugs. And he owed the club lots of money in millions. We have 3 quality midfielders in the squad. You need, again, a 2 on the field or at least 1 to have a decent game. Meanwhile, there are like 70 games a season. No way we got enough. We should have signed Casemiro, you think, but the club didn't want him. It's as simple as that. Come on, people, before the like button. Sorry?
80 million for a 31-year-old. I don't think so.
How much did they pay for him?
80 million euros.
No, not even half of that. I don't think so.
Sorry, they did.
80 million pounds for Casemiro?
Yeah, they paid 70 or 80 million for a 31-year-old. It's huge.
You're serious? You're sounding like you're serious, really.
I'm adamant.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, people, 119 likes. Let's get it to 120 likes at least. Again, I appreciate all the support. Ranieri had the best squad when Abramovich took over in 2003. He had quality signings, but was under pressure to turn them to a winning formula. Again, it's the same situation Potter is facing over a new takeover. You can't argue that. And hopefully it doesn't end to him like it did under Ranieri, because like in Ranieri's case, it was more like, okay, you've done the job we want you to do for us, but we need to move on from you. I hope that's not the same as Potter's case, because he just made me start thinking maybe once he gets the team playing together, they'd say, okay, thank you very much. You've done your work here. Okay, but that's, by the way, Bobby, your thoughts on the lineup overall. Let's see, Datro Fofana 70%, even though I think it's more than likely the manager does something different. And if you're voting, vote, again, bearing in mind what you think Graham Potter would do, not really what you want. I know we all want Datro Fofana to start, but do I think that's what Potter would do? I don't think so. But go ahead, Bobby, your thoughts on the lineup overall.
I guess I'm picking based on what he should do. not what he probably would do. And
Mm-hmm.
what he should do is that he should play the slight advantage that he has, and
Mm-hmm.
that is that West Ham don't fully know all the players they're going to come up against from Chelsea, and that's a marginal element of surprise. He needs to play Fofana up there, Obonna, and I've forgotten the name of their other centre back
Very physical.
without Zuma. They're
They're still very
very
physical without so much. So go ahead.
they're very physical lads. They're good defenders. But I think the trickiness and the dribbling skills of Fofana is going to cause him trouble. And Fofana is a tough boy. He's not physically somebody that will not stay on his feet. He's
Mm-hmm.
different to Havertz. He's more direct, and I think it could cause him problems. I really do. So you have to play him. Will he play him? Well, that's left to be seen.
Yeah, again, you're right. Again, a lot of people are picking what they think he should do, but yeah, I get it. Again, we're picking again. Most likely, if we're going by what we think what he is gonna do, I think again Koulibaly will start this game, and we think Chalobah starts here, and we think most likely, what's his name? Kai Havertz gets a start. Kai Havertz or Mason Mount, either of the two will start this game. But Roger, go ahead. Just give me 1 minute. I'll run back, and then we'll round up the show once I come back.
Yeah, by the way, just to let you know that he costs 71 million euros plus agents fee. It's close to 80 million euros for Casemiro. But getting back to this squad, I like this squad. I would like to see very much these. Well, with the exception of probably Ruben, I'd probably like to see Gallagher start. But either or, I think this is I would say a dream squad for the most part. I think, and they have to be substituted certain players like James. I don't want any injury risk, but
Mm-hmm.
I would very much like to see this front four play and see how they interact and gel. I think this is our future going forward.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like we've come again, like we've all agreed. I get it. He likes to do again that stuff that Thomas Tuchel does, playing wing backs, playing wingers in the wing back position. But I think, given the speciality of Mudryk, Madueke, and all the players we have, I think we'd see predominantly a back four structure mainly, because why pay so much money for again traditional wingers and start using them in the wing back position? So yeah, it makes sense. But let's see what he does tomorrow. At least whatever he does, it will be a back four approach. Yep, again, Ranieri spent 150 million. 70 million for euros for Casemiro. Let's again, where's Marco Marin, our best sign? They were calling him
Marin.
the German Messi at that point. I remember his pictures again tore in Stamford Bridge. He wore a torn jean, again by design. And I was going, wow, I can't wait to see him. What happened? I don't know. I think probably he wasn't accommodated then. So the rest is history. And again, history in terms of downhill, if we're being honest. Again, I hope we see a Bakayoko. No, don't stop. Keep going. Let's see that. Marco Marin, Jamal Messi. Yeah, Uno. Yep, he's not. Koulibaly and Fofana or Chalo. His experience again. I think he starts again Koulibaly tomorrow, but let's see. Again, Potter had his Havertz. Again, he dreams of that. Possibly Casemiro was 60 million pounds plus 10. Adams just 70. That's a lot, really.
You didn't know
that's
that.
a lot of money. I guess they paid for his pedigree, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, but his age though, he's not in his he's the wrong side of 30. Let's put it that way.
Wow, Mykhailo, they all confirmed. I didn't believe that when you said it. So I wouldn't have loved us to pay that much money for him, really. Everybody, again, Mykhailo, to everyone, if you haven't, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, 75%, 36 votes, thanks Dr. Fofana. So they win, really. Kai Havertz and Severs. I see you're a Kai Havertz disciple, Eugene. I love you so much again, but I understand you love him. Hopefully he saves us. Roger, I just do as I'm told again. There were clear instructions in my brown envelope saying, "Get Roger, take it up to FA, bro." Again,
Hashtag Roger out. Yeah.
yeah, Roger out. I will start again Starling, then make Madueke as a backup. Let's see what else we have here. Again, on books will look like Roman soldiers. In reality, we are confused. We win this game. I want us to win this game. Really, again, beautiful game. I need your FA connections. Yeah, use it. Kai tired, give him some time. Maybe that works. I'm sure the machine deleted that. You don't use too many emojis and get away from it. And here's the thing, Davin Thomas, the machine times you out if you use too many emojis. So don't use only at most 2. That lineup is top shot, coach. Again, not sure about Bomchicks, but I'd rather him than Gallagher. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure the manager starts him. Let's see what we have here again. But Casemiro level is ahead of the rest again. But I wouldn't pay that much money for him, even though I understand what you're saying there. I don't love players like too much players. Come. Okay. Yeah. Again, Roger in. Trust the process. By 2030.
Out.
He will be spitting facts. I love Roger. We know you're joking. I'll say this again. What's your name? Stop using all caps. Otherwise, the machine will time you out. What's your name again? Davin Thomas. Stop using all caps. With that, we've come to the end of the show. Apologies to all of you that joined us late. I want to say thank you to Roger Pop, my good friend and brother. I hope you can see his Twitter handle. At Roger Pop, go follow him. Search Bobby Smoky Signals. Go follow him. Also, again, I must do them. Pay back by at least having the link to their Twitter account so you can follow them. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Chelsea Diehard, my Kenyan brother. I appreciate you. Eugene, nothing, much love to you, brother. Always great. Again, Glenn, big up to you, brother. Much love to you. Big up, chat again at 120 likes. A big up, coach, as usual. Big up to you too, my brother. More importantly, again, I need to give you superpower as soon as possible. Who else do we have here? The beautiful game. Big up to you and big up Tom Bryan. The beautiful game. And Roger again. Liam Lane, Quebec. Where's Liam Lane? Liam Lane, thank you so much, brother. I cannot thank you enough. With that, we've come to the end of the show, people. Again, I hope to see you guys next time. Again, tomorrow probably we'll do pregame show because it is the show. Again, the show starts about the game starts about 1 hour. Again, after the start, the usual start timer for the Blue Morning Show. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope to see you guys another day. God bless us all. See you guys next time, and bye.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
you.